Hello, hello. Good morning. I'm still getting things set up, but gonna have a chatty morning. Should be a lot of fun. Right. Let me go and make my coffee a minute. Right. Oh, do you know what? I was gonna do something. Start of the stream. I've forgotten. Let's see if I can do it on the fly. Oh yeah, I need to get the dog out of the PJs as well. I shall get on that. I want to find something because I've been thinking about something on my head. In
Your
my head.
wife.
Hello, wife.
Your wife. Your wife is new. She's
Hello. If you want. I was going to do it in a minute. I'll do it. Okay. I shouldn't have... Can't find this. Right. I'm trying to find a transition that I made a long time ago. I can't remember what the name is even on this transition. But it was really good. Oh, man. Right, I'm not giving up. Do you know what? Let's change the screens. Hello. Welcome to the stream. My name is Mr. Quince. You're watching Retro Quince, and today I'm going to play, I'm going to try and replay the ending of Half-Life Alyx in a bit because I thought it was bloody brilliant and I want to show it off. And then I'm going to put the Steam Deck on, I think, and we're going to have a mess around with that. If I can get everything working, because I kind of unplugged stuff, plugged things in to make my whole setup work recently. It's been a long time. I kind of need to get back on this like daytime streaming thing. But I've just been having so much fun, and I like not having like I used to have this need to stream literally everything that I play, and I hate to say it, but I've been enjoying myself playing off stream, like quite a bit. Right, I'm just going to look through these files I've got here on the flash drive and see if I can figure out what the hell it is I've done. I've got a terrible feeling I might have deleted everything, which makes me sad. I literally cannot find the file. Would I really have deleted it? Space Invader, how's it going? Yeah, stop streaming because your doctor put in a restraining order on you. Yeah, well, and that. Completed vids. It's got to be in here, isn't it? No. It's not. Am I in the right file? Folder? What? This is crazy. I can't find my files. Right, let's try in documents. I remember a while ago I did go through a lot of things and move a lot of things around in my files because I just got a little bit fed up with everything being everywhere. I reorganized everything, and of course I've lost everything. I'll be gutted if I've lost that video that I made. It's a VR intro video that I made with music that Lan made for me. And I can't find it. It's sad. I don't want to lose that one. It could be on YouTube. I can't find it at all. This is most frustrating. Like, where is my completed videos folder? Let's try E. Images, blah, da, 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 saved. Steam. Nothing on here. Save files, emulators, no. Back onto the thumbstick. It's not in photos, is it? Nope, it's not there. It is gone. I think if we want it, I'm going to have to find it on YouTube. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all having a good one. Pull this over here for a second. We can have a little look at things. I mean, I could even look at my channel, to be honest. Have a look. We are live, believe it or not, on YouTube right now. Kick is not happening. I ain't doing Kick. Kick pisses me off. Like, so much. Playlists? It'd be in playlists, wouldn't it? Would it? No, it wouldn't, would it? Would it? What if I just type VR in? VR fun. I got a whole playlist of like the days on the VR. Look at this. Most fun game still stands. I reckon Population 1 is crazy fun. I used to do a week in Zenith. I was big into that game. I'm trying to see if the intro's here. I don't know. God, man, it's almost like I've been doing this a long, long time. The unboxing, look. Sold that. It's him. Destiny. What if I type in intro? No. What if I just type in? What would I have been called? Retro Quince? No. I would have been called... What did I used to be called? Mister? I'm not sure if I was. What was I called back in the VR? The VR days. Was it Sticky? God, these are old ones. Really old. Oh my god. Oh, we were so into Apex when that came out. The Division. Holy crap. Yeah, I have done a lot of stuff. Oh! 6 years ago. That was the Blackout. When we were into Blackout, the first Call of Duty Battle Royale, which I think was probably better than what it is now. I'm tempted to have a look at some of these. 06. God, I used to do some pretty damn good thumbnails. That's a recent one. 2023. I think this is it. Let's have a look. Yes, Land's music and everything. Give myself a thumbs up. I think I've lost all the music and stuff. I was just thinking, can I do an updated version? I can't believe I can't find this video. It's got to be around somewhere. There's Lucky! And I was called Sticky Quince. I'm gonna put this on the Discord. Classic. Right, so I'm gonna change the screens. Let's go big screen. Do you know, I was gonna put up the green screen today, but it's really dark. I need a proper light thing, but especially if I'm gonna be playing VR in the future, I probably could do with a light there. green screen so I'm not covering too much of the screen because that can be annoying. Or is this all right? I don't know. So, do you know what? I just feel like when you use a green screen, there's just more of the screen behind you for people to see. Right, okay. Lan is giving me some stuff to look at. I forgot to load things up. I am so organised nowadays. Black Friday deals, by the way. There's that. Do I need that open? I don't know. Open it anyway. Oh, because I'd be using the Steam. Don't need that open. Close that. Steam is open. Get rid of that. Oh, no. I was going to save it. Go. I like that one. I'll leave that one open for a bit. Right. I haven't really chatted about anything, but I want to get on the headset and see if I can replay the ending to Half-Life Alyx, because it was just bloody brilliant. I absolutely loved playing that through. I'm so glad I got the thing working again. I've had issues with it, with my save file, for a long time, like years, and so I haven't been able to finish it. I'll tell you what happened. Right. I've got to think about this now. Right, so I've got problems with one of the controllers on my headset. Major drift problems. I've actually managed to sort of kind of like temporarily fix that. That was one of the issues. The other major issue is like every time it logged me in on Steam, I was like way above the map and I couldn't move and I couldn't reposition myself. I don't know. I still unsure of how I fixed this. I kind of fiddled around with a lot of settings before opening up the game, and then it worked, and I was in the right position and I could move. So I started replaying it again the last couple of days and managed to get the thing finished. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Steam Deck and stuff today. Not just the Steam Deck, the Steam Machine and the Steam Frame. Need to set that up as well. We'll try and fiddle around some wires quickly. You see nothing. You see nothing. Nothing's perfectly. Nothing to see. Might as well plug the bloody Xbox. Get in. VR time. Unfortunately, I've discovered this is another drain, like power drain problem on my PC. I've noticed. We got something to do with the power supply, I'm sure. But if I've got the Elgato in, and there's this one plug socket that I put the Elgato in, that seems to get all the power. This is how I see it in my head. And that's the one to use for the VR as well. So I have to unplug it and plug that in. And the other thing is, I would do this wirelessly, but it's way too laggy. Like I've tried everything. It's too laggy. I wish it wasn't, and that's why the Steam Frame is going to be groundbreaking. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best streaming experience. I'm saying it now. It's going to be real. I'm a believer. Right, that is plugged in. What on earth has happened here? I think I've I don't know what I've done. It's on 22%. And it was on 100% yesterday. Hopefully it'll charge up. Why is it plugging in and plugging? I'm going to change the audio over. This is how I used to do it. Hopefully this works. Let's have a look. So I used to. Right, I'm going to mute. I'm going to do a new one. I'm going to set up a whole new VR stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because I wasn't actually connected to PC. Okay, that did not work. Try a different plug. Goddamn bloody freaking bloody Oculus setup, wired setup. I hate it. Hello. Okay, now we're on the head. Okay. Desktop, let's change that one over to Oculus. Here it is. Anything on the screen yet? Launching the Steam VR now. Okay. That. Let's change screens. Okay. I've got used to this. I used to hate it on the Steam VR bit when menu didn't start up, like when you logged into the room. But I've got used to doing it a different way now. Here we go. It's all working. And you can hear me. This is all kind of like practice as well for when this little known game comes out eventually. I think I probably will want to go green screen. It used to look really good for VR games. Okay, I'm hoping I can just continue. This was so good when I did this yesterday. Just blew my mind. Hopefully it comes out well on stream. Right, so where am I? Oh god, I think this is literally the end. I think this is it. There's like no fighting or anything. Is coming out alright? Yeah. God, it's just so good. Like, the detail in this game was unreal. It's totally, like, the best VR story-driven game I've played.
Alright, Gordon. Let's get you out of this thing.
Alex thinks that we're going to meet Gordon Freeman. We're on a spaceship, by the way. For a VR game, the graphics are insane.
Impressive work, Ms. Vance.
Gordon Freeman?
Gordon Freeman. Ms. Vance, you wouldn't need all that to imprison Gordon Freeman.
So, who are you?
Perhaps what I am is not as important as what I can
Spatial sounds are brilliant.
offer you in exchange for coming all this way. Some believe the fate of our worlds is inflexible. My employers disagree. They authorize me to nudge things in a particular direction from time to time. What would you want nudged, Miss Vance?
The Combine off Earth. I want the Combine off Earth.
That would be a considerably large nudge. Too large, given the interests of my employers.
Well, you asked.
What if I could offer you something you don't know you want?
Dad? What? Is that me? What is this? What's happening?
We are in the future. This is the moment where you watch your father die. Unless
What? Unless what?
you were to take matters into your own hands. Release
know.
your father, Miss Vance. Good. As a consequence of your action, this entity will continue.
Kind of wonder what happens if you
and
don't do
this
anything there.
Entity will not.
Right. So he's okay, right? He lives. My dad lives.
You are aware that you've proven yourself to be of extraordinary value. A previous hire has been unable or unwilling to perform the tasks laid before him. We have struggled to find a suitable replacement until now.
No! I just want to go home. Send me home!
I'm afraid you misunderstand the situation, Miss Vance.
Wait! Hey, wait! Wait! Wait!
Tired. That man, look at that. So good. Can I skip it? Suppose I could just cancel out the game now. There we have it. That's I think maybe I was doing a little bit too much there, all at once, at the end. I lagged my stream like crazy. Okay, I've changed everything over. Disconnect this. Power options, power. Better put this in charge. Use it for like later. Power. Son has had the proper VR struggles. Let me move the mic back out. My son's had the proper VR struggles recently. He's learned what it's like. He's wearing this headset anyway, the Mark II of Oculus headsets. Fortunately, it's too heavy. I can't imagine what the first one was. But this one really hurts your neck if you play all day. And, unfortunately, I know what it's like because of how heavily I played Zenith playing that. And yeah, my son's into Gorilla Tag, and he's only young. He really hurt his neck. I mean, it's unusual for a small child to hurt themselves like that. Muscles. So I was a little bit worried. Okay, I need to set things up again. Why can't I hear? Oh, I changed the audio. Okay. Clean this up before somebody over it. Kind of wanted to make this an interesting stream today. Because I haven't streamed for such a long time, but a bit naff. Being a bit naff at the moment. Gotta kind of like find my feet again. do the stream, like, but in a kind of direction. I've just plugged the Elgato back in, and I haven't tested it on stream, so this could go terribly, terribly wrong. Let's find out. Studio mode. What should I use? I just want to talk. I just want to put something on while we talk here. A second. Really? I haven't put the Steam Deck through, like, the whole setup for a while. So, no guarantee it's all going to... Oh! It's on my screen. Is it on the stream though? So the pass-through's working. Let's have a look. No, it's not. No. This could be a stream restarter right here. Oh, that's disappointing. Okay. Okay. Just switching a few things around in the background that you can't see. We're back on. Sorry about that. The Elgato. I forgot about that. If you start the stream and you try and put the Elgato on, it won't pop up. So you have to restart completely. Disappointing. Oh, we got there in the end. Right, I'm gonna put headphones on. I'm gonna put this Xbox dongle in. I don't think you actually need this, but I'm gonna use it. Or I could use the actual Steam controller. Give that a go. I'm going to be limited about what sort of games we can play. Is there no sound? There it is. I think it's a bit messed up. Oh, please tell me it's not one of these days. That one's off. I've changed my mind. I'm going to put a fine game on, so I'm going to put this one. Now I'm going to put this dongle in. I got hundreds of dongles on this. Dingle dongle. Hopefully, that will just work. That would be nice. Ooh. It does, but the sound's messed up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to switch over back to my Steam Deck and then switch back again. See if it fixes the sound. Yeah, sounds fine on there. Fixed it. That's so weird that it does that, isn't it? I actually haven't started this game up. Okay. Have a quick look. This is one of those games that's supposed to 100% work according to their system. So I just wanted to sit here and chat because I haven't done it for a long time. Oh look, I've got black stuff on my face from the headset. Brilliant. Mostly about like where the channels are going to go and stuff. The usual, like the usual thing, like what I like to talk about. I haven't streamed in ages. I stream with Graham, Paul, and Sneaky, and I enjoy doing it. We enjoy spending time together, and you know I've known those guys for a long time. So there's no sort of like real need to change that. I'm sure everyone's feeling the same. I just kind of, I feel like I've done it all. The way games are nowadays, they're not really that interesting, are they? It's like, yeah, there's stuff that I kind of want to check out, like, but I find myself playing older games, like more than anything. Not massively old, just like The Last of Us. Love that game. What else did I play recently? Believe it or not, I'm back playing Skyrim. But then now I've got my VR working again. I've been playing it in VR, so that's been brilliant. And weirdly, it's like yeah, whatever. Damn it! I've got to do this on the Steam Deck. Right. Can I control? Yes, I can. Okay. Switch this over. See how the Steam Deck works. So it looks like it's set a graphics setting for me. I'm not 100% on it. We're going to look at that in a second. Pick my name. No. Pick my name and see if that works. Typical. And what about Quincy? That work? Somebody's stolen that one as well. That one worked. So I don't know if you guys remember when like I was heavily into VR on the stream. It's just such a great community of people, and like when you like, I said this at the time, but when you actually like have a physical representation of a person, you tend to talk to them differently because you see them as a real person. So many like sort of people just like when you text and you don't get to hear them in person and all that stuff. Does this look alright? Should I just try it? People just tend to be a bit rude. And I'm a bit fed up of that as well. I'm fed up with like just the way the internet is. The way people talk to each other. I can't be the only one.
Select members. Whoa, check it out. A new challenger is ready to brawl.
I had trouble seeing where my bloody thing was. I have not played this. I'm going to pick my usual bunch, I think. Oh no, I forgot Leo. I forgot to put her in my bunch. Come on, we're going with that. I've really been enjoying my time away from stream. And like after 10 years of doing this, I think I deserve a bit of a break because everything I've done on here doesn't work. But I still enjoy doing it because I'm a creative person. I love creating interesting streams that I think, like, hopefully people like me would enjoy. Unfortunately, I've jumped from genre to genre. Like, you know, 1 minute I'm playing World of Warcraft, next minute I'm playing VR. I've always been playing fighting games with Graham and Paul and Sneakers. We've always played them. So nothing's really changed there. But I think some people see like the distance between games a bit too much. We're not just playing games, they're like, oh, he's into fighting games. So, you know, they don't feel like they've got a sort of connection with you. Like, you know, World of Warcraft and fighting games are like, some people like miles apart. Especially for Graham. He cannot stand World of Warcraft. And then there's the shoot-em-ups, the shooters, like Call of Duty and stuff. I love playing games. And I can't really change the way I am. I'm too old to change anyway. I am getting a little bit tired of like kind of just online games in general. They're not really doing anything new. Ark Raiders sparked my interest for a while. And then I realised it's just another extraction shooter. And I don't really get extraction shooters. I don't understand the point. There always used to be such a purpose, like to games. Like, oh, you got to go and get this. And wow, this game's so much faster than the other one. Oops. I've got... That's the soup, I didn't use that. I'm trying to work out how to do the rest of his combo. Is it backwards? Yeah, it is, because you got to do... that. Is there a button for that? It's good. It's really snappy. So the other reason why I'm on the oh, didn't mean to do that. The Steam Deck is I thought maybe it'd be nice for us to see this little world, Steam world that they've created. I'm all in. I mean, just testing buttons here. So you can see the operating system and all that stuff as well. I think it's really good. I am a little bit scared, as everyone is, about the price. They could literally put anything on it. Unfortunately, I could put anything on it and I'd still end up buying it. Ah, okay. I was going to finish him with a super, but that'd do. This game's actually really snappy.
Can anyone stop them? Winner! 命が燃えたぎるこの感覚。あんたとの戦い。
We've been getting really into City of Wolves, Fatal Fury, City of Wolves recently, and I'm still well into it, to be honest. We're playing that tomorrow night on stream if anyone wants to come and join us on stream or play the game. It's been really good nights actually on there. I don't see a reason to change it. I think the game is brilliant. I like the pacing. I like the moves. I like the characters. The art style's really good. Oh, Whip's in this. Shit. And I am a bit of a massive SNK fan. We used to play these games in the arcade in the 90s.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Okay. Okay, so that. Ah! Can't I remember? Okay, she has got that one. Oh, it's okay. Got ya. You can't beat the Shermanator. Hey, Dan! Oh, I've done the same bloody thing. Yes! This character's so freaking amazing. Oh, man. Ah, that's actually 2 half circles to do that move. Boom. No subtitle option. Oh, that's rude. Can I do that? I have no idea how to do that, Lan. I should probably look into that, eh? For you guys that are in school and whatnot. This guy's getting mullered. Oh, I was going to do a super. Yes! I was going to do it again. No. Yeah. That's 2 half circles.
If you want to know how to win, this is the person to ask.
I ain't got my headphones on. I've just realised you guys are probably getting like sound bleeding right back through. You totally missed the VR bit at the start of the stream. You can go watch it back though, because I had to restart the stream to do this. But we are on the Steam Deck right now. I can't prove that without the Steam controller being on, and it's not. Right, let's use Leona. These girls used to be a right pain in the ass back in the day. Hopefully it goes alright. It's kind of like a little bit of a... You can kind of look at this as a bit of a practice for when I've got the Steam machine, actually, to be honest, because I will be plugging it through the stream like this. Yeah.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Ah! Boom!
Player 2 won't give up that easy.
I used to play this character so much. I don't know this one.
Ready? Go!
Ah! Oh, that looks so good now. Too easy.
Is this fight already over?
I'm so glad this game feels way better than it did before in the last one.
Round 3. Ready?
Ready? So she's a throw type, this one. Ah! Damn! Is there a throw button on this one? Dodge. Didn't know that was a thing. Yes, with style. So good.
They absolutely thrashed their opponent in that match. Winner!
救護班には連絡しておいたわ。しばらく横になっておいた方がいい。
本当に奴はここに現れるのか。
帝国通りね。格闘家たちの全力をかけた戦いの場、交錯する思いが集う KOF こそ、あなたたちがバースと呼ぶものの実体化に必要な力の発生源。
バースってあの化け物だろ。
I should probably change the title of my stream to suit the game, but you know, I'm not gonna bother. I just wanted, because I'm mostly talking, so I might as well leave it and just chatting.
アッシュクリムゾンの一件で世界の隔たりに歪みが生じた。
Because what I want to do, I could probably do this on the Steam Deck. I should actually just, like... I was going to watch some YouTube and stuff in a bit. I'm going to do it on the Steam Deck.
頼もしいわね。だけどリバースは倒せない。元いた場所に押し返すのが限界。
何にせよ我々の目的に変
I love how, like, SNK games always have, like, these massively deep stories. Well, they think are deep. But, you know, they're your typical fighting game story. Oh, this guy, he done me wrong, man.
のポイントでお茶を
He gave me the wrong pasty. Now I've got to hunt him down and beat him within an inch of his life.
イスラ、シュンメ。この世界
This game actually looks really good on the Steam Deck.
あなたたちの力。
Like, graphically.
必ず。
Select order. 集中しろ。俺。Your next challenger is Team Hero.
Like, honestly, can't wait until I've got, like, the trifactor of Steam setup on Linux as well. I haven't mentioned, you know, I don't know if I've ever mentioned, like, my want for Linux. I am, like, really sick and tired of Windows, but I need it because I'm so used to it. It's hard work to break it, and I do all my editing and stuff on Windows, but I can do it on Linux. I've got it all set up.
ふっかり逃げ損ねて大怪我しても文句言うなよ。草薙京。
I spent a long time setting up my laptop to run Linux, just so I can sort of, like, try it out, really, and... I wanted to try Linux out and see if it was for me. And to be honest, everything runs absolutely fine. I'm just using Mint, which is like... I think like the most the friendliest version. How do we throw on this game? A lot of people like Bazite. I don't actually know the difference between Bazite and Mint. I'd have to look into it. But I'm using Mint on my laptop, and I've managed to get all the things that I need to, like, do editing and... Shit. Got him. Boom.
Player one takes another round.
I've just noticed, like, using Windows for so long now that it feels like it's going to break, and it does break eventually. I've had it recently where I've had to reinstall Windows to factory settings. Fucker. Ah. Yeah, I had to reset my Windows to factory settings because it just balls up. Oh, I know Lan's not here. He probably hasn't got the sound done. But it was Lan who actually said Tina restarted, set up her PC back to factory settings, and that seemed to fix all of her issues. I was having like this issue where my PC would just turn off, and my computer would just turn off, and you know, people would probably think, oh, that's a power supply issue. I've had power supply issues before in the past, twice actually, and it didn't feel like that to me. And, you know, I had the whole thing apart, took everything apart, cleaned it all up, was still getting the issue. So I did a factory reset, and obviously that fixed it. So what it actually was, it was a problem with one of the core Windows programs. And this happens quite regularly when, like, after updates and stuff. It just breaks everything. My understanding that doesn't really happen on Linux, because you literally pick, like, if there's a mistake on Linux, it's because you've done something wrong. And because it doesn't require so much memory, everything just runs super fast. Fuck. Okay, we're in trouble. I might have to actually concentrate here. Oh, damn it. Got ya. He's always been a pain in the backside. Cooler is in it as well. Damn! I knew that was going to happen. That's the first time I've been knocked out. You got the Shermanator now. Hazy! Because I'm mostly just chatting. I'm on the Steam Deck and I'm here chatting about Steam products, to be honest. That's why I'm streaming today. What I'm going to do is I'm just playing on my Steam Deck, and I'm going to switch over to just YouTube stuff in a minute on the Steam Deck as well. Ah, mister! Balls. I've not watched that vid you sent me yet. They not doing so good. What's that? I've forgotten what I've sent you, honestly. No, I'm excited about the Steam ecosystem that is coming out. And I'm all in. I've already got the Steam Deck, obviously. Who hasn't? Boom. Yeah, I just want to look over things. I've already looked into a lot of stuff, and it's just I want to show like where things are going, like on the stream, and not. I want to get away from Windows because it's so broken. And I just love the idea of like just having the trifactor of like Steam tech, and honestly, like PC games, like the way I plan on playing, like Fuck, man! I can't believe she beat me. Let me turn this down a little bit so I can actually hear myself talk. So, I really like VR gaming. And I've kind of had issues with my setup and my headset. The controller's broken. I've managed to get the controller working a bit better now. And I've been playing a lot of VR recently. And like obviously Steam are bringing out a new Steam Frame, which is what they're calling their VR. And like playing that through their new Steam machine, through my stream setup, I think it'd be really tidy, neat and comfy setup. I'm quite excited about it, to be honest. The only thing I'm worried about is the bloody pricing of how much this is all going to cost. Obviously, I started saving some time ago, so got a little bit, not a lot, but I'm going to keep saving up because it's coming out early next year. Yeah, I really like it, and to be honest, it is a massive upgrade for me. I know everyone's probably thinking, what the fuck? Because it's not a powerful machine, but it's apparently, according to Steam statistics, it's 70% better than what most people have got in their homes, PC-wise, of what people are playing on. So they are, it's a little bit less powerful than the PlayStation 5 Pro, is what I understand. But that's all right. That'd be the way gaming is now. It's not really stuff in the future is not going to be unplayable on it. It's a PC at the end of the day, so just lower your graphics if need be. I love the idea. I love PC gaming. I love all kinds of gaming, but anything that makes it easier and simpler for me is better. It's not that I'm stupid, not that I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm tired of all the faffing around. I've been going on about it for years. I'd rather play on console because of the ease of use, and you just plug it in, you turn it on, and you play. And a lot of PC games, unfortunately, you don't get that. You've got to go through all the messing around, set up your graphics and all that stuff first, and I don't really want to do it. In all honesty, I'm lazy. I don't want to, and sometimes things don't work. I don't want to find a fix for it. I just want the thing to work, and that's what Steam are doing with the Steam machine and the Steam Deck. There's a list of games at work, and anything that might be a bit too powerful for the system or something like that. They've just put their settings on it, or the people that make the game, and what they're doing now is that they actually have Steam Deck settings, or in the future Steam Machine settings, and then Steam Frame settings as well. Because all of these games on Steam, you can play on the VR headset as well, standalone. It's got the same operating system as the Steam Deck and the Steam Machine. So it's just an exciting time. I can really see it being the end of console gaming for me, because you got to pay for a sub on that. At the moment, you don't pay for a sub for PC gaming. It's not to say that they might not be forced into doing that in the future. I mean, they're purposely calling the Steam machine a PC, and they're going to price it as a PC, because if they come out and say it's a console, then that brings up legal obligations, as far as I know. Because they would have like a monopoly on gaming with their game library, and they would have to do a sub of some sort, like consoles do, because they're providing a service, or something. I'm not 100% on it, but that's my understanding. But I hope that it just comes out and Steam do their usual thing. I was surprised to hear that they had... I've got to think of this number here a minute. I literally read this the other day. Steam's entire company consists of like 315 employees. And that is it. And they have got the they do the best for their customers. They're like, here you go. And they've been doing it since day one. Here's the stuff. Enjoy yourself, guys. I've got a lot of respect for Steam. As is everyone. I'll be surprised if anyone comes out and says that they don't have masses of respect for Steam, because, I mean, we've all got a Steam account. I've got so many Steam games. It's literally like my biggest gaming collection that I own. I wish I knew how to do those combos. Done me in. Ruined my super. Could do me in. What a bitch. They're not a patch on Ubisoft. Oh my god, let's not talk about Ubisoft. I mean, all those games are on Steam. And playable on the Steam Deck. I've got the Division working on my Steam Deck. You do have to log into bloody Ubisoft to do it. They're so messed up. Got ya. It's fun. I was watching another program about Steam. How they started off. They basically started off because they were having problems like doing patches and stuff for their games, and like add-ons and stuff, and sorry, concentrating. That's how Steam come about, is because they just wanted an easier way of fixing stuff for their games. Got ya. Boom. She has, man. She is thick. I've been playing the Shermanator for years in King of Fighters games. She's just got really interesting moves. She's a grappler. Oh man, this chick does my head in. Got ya. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. No! I hate this chick. Come and cure. Boom.
What a stellar fight! These two know how to rumble. Winner!
So I've kind of said all my stuff and how I feel about this whole little Steam ecosystem that's coming out early in 2026. So we'll just have a look at some videos and stuff after I've finished completing this a second, which I've got to be getting close, and I. The samurai guys, samurai showdown. These guys are going to kick my ass. I bet you. So I'm probably going to do a few more daytime streams in the future. I don't want to set any specific days yet or any schedule. Because I'm still fishing a lot. The weather is horrendous today, though. That's not the reason why I'm in, though. I needed a break. Need a break from this sometimes, then I need a break of that, you know? This looks like she's from bloody Monster Hunter. Fuck! Boom! So I am actually playing on the Steam Deck right now. On stream. If you guys are unaware. Looks good though, doesn't it? Fuck! Wow, I gotta learn some of those combos. I keep doing the same thing. Balls! Double KO. This guy's an absolute bellend. You watch him kick my ass. Ah! Deny? No! Come on, man. That's an air throw. I messed that up. Oh, God, I hate this guy. Look how much health he's just taken off. Oh. Damn. It's all down to Leona. I let him have that, didn't I? Oh man, this guy sucks ass! Oh, I done it again. I done that a minute ago. Got him that time though, didn't I? Oh no! Yes! Yes, versus the computer. I'm just playing the story mode. I haven't played this game. This is the first time I've played this game. I got it in the sale the other day. Me, Graham, Paul, and Sneaky, we're playing a different game at the moment called Fatal Fury: City of Wolves, which is a really good game. We'll be playing that tomorrow night, if anyone wants to tune in. 8:30 onwards. But I'm doing a stream today, and I'm probably going to do another one tomorrow as well. I haven't checked the weather to see what's going on, but Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Walk with me. Let's talk about it. Look at that neat little notification that pops up to tell you your friends are online on the Steam. Love it. You guys would be surprised to hear I actually play my Steam Deck. I can't say that for the Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, for the Steam Deck, I do actually play because they let you do anything you want on the thing. So I've got emulators and stuff on it.
Select order.
I actually don't own my own Nintendo Switch anymore. Don't know if I've mentioned that on stream. I decided that we did not need 2 of them in the house because I wasn't playing mine. I played the crap out of Mario Kart, and then I was like, I played a bit of Hitman on it. I sold it, yeah. It's gone. But my account is on my son's, so if I ever want to play it, I can just play that instead. It was just sitting here collecting dust. And I was short of money. And I wanted a PlayStation 5. So I traded it in for a PlayStation 5. And the entire thing was enough money on trading to get a PlayStation 5. So that's what I did. This thing's weird. The hitbox on this thing's really weird. Again, yes. And I don't regret my decision at all because Xbox is terrible. Yes, please. I'll have a tea, please, if that's alright. Wow, this thing's weird. This thing's weird. Thank you, Suya. Damn it! Nightbot, I need to do something with you, I think. Actually, I don't mind your adverts. They'll go into the right place.
Round 2. Ready? Go!
No! Why does that not grab? Kicking your ass now. I'm trying to be fancy. I was trying to finish him. I need to stop doing that. I was trying to finish them off with a super. I hope Xbox Store way outclasses PS5. Xbox won't win the war, I'm afraid. And I can tell you why. They don't have the games at the moment, and their Game Pass is way overpriced. It's literally double what I was paying before. At this point in time, my PlayStation account, and I'm paying for the full... They own everything, yeah. They own... But the thing is, they own everything, but it's just going to be on everything. I don't really understand Xbox's game right now. It makes no sense to actually own their hardware anymore. Which is fine. I love Xbox. But, it's a weird time. And this is another reason why Steam is winning, because they have all the games from Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And you can emulate on the thing, and you can put mods on everything. And there's no sub. Sorry, what? What, down? Oh, no. Oh, no. My son is gross. Oh, look at this. This looks hard. Yeah, I mean, if it's a competition of, like, what company owns the most gaming companies, then Xbox is winning that. But I don't understand what they're doing anymore. I think the Xbox is basically, they've already said they're going to have a PC compatible part of their next system, but Steam's just beating them to it. Like, as far as I know, they were going to have... I don't know if this is still happening, but I think they were going to have Steam on the system. I feel like Steam has literally just done what Nintendo did to PlayStation back in the day, or the other way around, you know what I mean? Like, they had a deal, and then Steam have gone, oh, wait a minute, we're just going to make our own system. Fuck, man. Fuck! That is hard. Well, I'm sure they have, but all their... They needed a place to put their games. I mean, it's not a competition if you look at stuff like that. You know, it's not really what I'm going for here. I'm not saying one's better than the other. It's just at the moment, Xbox is absolutely terrible with their decisions. Oh, man. What on earth is this? I refuse to pay £30 for the Ultimate Xbox Game Pass. So I've actually cancelled it. I've got the basic one at the moment. Don't tell me there's a second round of this bullshit. There is. What the fuck? Can we cheese it? We can. We can cheese it.
That was a nail biter. Keep an eye on this matchup. Winner!
これだけの力があればオロチ復活に使えそうだったけど勢い余って壊しちゃったわ
Whatever that means. Cheese it. We won. That's what. In fighting games, you soon learn that anything goes when you're playing a fighting game. Thank you, sweetie. Especially if you're playing online with people, they will literally, like, you get used to this with playing Graham on fighting games. He will literally do anything to win. I thought I heard my wife for a minute. I'm hearing things.
我々の前に姿を現しました。時間にしてほんの数分だったでしょうか。異変の直前に現れたあの謎の生物は確認することができません。前大会に引き続き超常現象に見舞われた KOF、 今回も AFBC クレメンス・ベラミーが決勝会場よりお送りしました。それではスタジオにお返しします。皆さんさようなら。
さよなら。Am I going to get like an ending for all the characters, or is it just the? Because this is obviously the owners, isn't it? Game I'm really interested in playing at the moment, Death Stranding 2. I played, you get like 5 hours of playtime on PlayStation. I've done that. I really like Death Stranding. I don't know what it is. Well, I replayed The Last of Us Part 2 as well, and I love that game. And like I said, I'm playing Skyrim again, but I decided to play it in VR. I've got the next... I'm playing Final Fantasy 16 as well. I was going to play Final Fantasy 16 and then go and play the Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, which is the second part of the story. What the hell, game? Do I really need to see Haydn that in that many different angles? What a terrible ending. Yeah, the game plays very well on the Steam Deck. I'm happy with that. I'm going to pick up the old Steam controller now, because this has actually got all the controls on it. Like for the menus and stuff, you know? It's a cool little ending. Can I skip it? Yeah, I can. Press B on the original controller. What's going on? Another cast? What the hell? Right. Very cool. Let's see if I can just like pick up the other controller and use that a second. I hope so. Yes, of course we can. It's a Steam. It's a Steam Deck. Right. Go back to my menu. Hopefully this all works alright. I've never done it in big, like, on the monitor before. Close that. Why does this look so different on here? It's weird. Right. Elon Musk just leaked our DMs. What? Meta Quest Killer by IGN. Let's have a look at this.
Join us on Friday the 28th of November at 12 PM for the Mario Kart World Knockout Tour Streamer Showdown, where 24 of your favorite video game and variety...
I'm having to use the touchpad. I'm not a big fan of the touchpad on the controller anyway. It's alright on the Steam Deck. Alright.
I know what you're probably thinking.
How loud is it?
VR headset in 2026. Big hit VR games have been few and far between in recent years, but Valve is convinced that there's still an appetite for VR, especially if it can make a headset that combines the best of what headsets offer today and innovate in key areas. That's where the Steam Frame
This thing looks really light as well.
Along with the new Steam machine,
it's got the battery at the back, so it takes all the weight off the front. It's just brilliant. Up a little bit. Go.
I'll start with a few of the basic tech specs. The Steam Frame can be used as a standalone device like the Meta Quest 3, as it's powered by a 4nm Snapdragon ARM processor and 16GB of RAM.
I'm going to say it looks better than all the others as well.
And 1TB UFS storage options, and there's also a micro SD slot for expansion. Its pancake optics put out 2160 by 2160
This is brilliant. It's just a simple thing. Let me just. Do you mind if I just pause it a bit? This is one of the best designs. I mean, they've designed the crap out of this. So you can just pull the whole front off, which leaves it open to like modding and other designs that they can bring out. You can just put it off and replace it. The battery's on the back, so it's separate to the front there. You can just you can literally pull that off, and then you got the other bit, and you can just change the way it feels. You can buy little inserts to the pads that go on your face and stuff like that. I think just something simple like that is such a brilliant design. There's another thing that they've done. You don't have to adjust the tracking, like the eye tracking on the Oculus. You've got to move them in and out to match your eye width, and it is terrible. This does it all for you. It's got little sensors that spot your pupil or something. They're probably going to talk about this anyway. I'm sorry.
Experimental 144 Hz, and its FOV goes up to 110 degrees. The Steam Frame does inside-out tracking via 4 outward-facing cameras with IR illuminators for dark environments.
That's standard.
And 2 interior cameras for eye tracking. There's no need for lighthouse sensors anymore, as external VR sensors are officially a thing of the past. However,
the other thing is, right, the controllers are the same as the Steam Deck or the Steam controller that's coming out. So, when you pick it up, they'll be separate, but it will just feel natural.
The biggest innovation here is in its wireless tethering tech. The Steam Frame comes with a USB receiver that connects the headset to a PC wirelessly through a super low latency 6 GHz signal. This lets you wield the power of your PC.
I haven't even mentioned my favourite bit yet.
And without any jarring lag that'd make you sick.
But all the stuff that we've seen so far, it's way better already.
Anecdotally, it ran flawlessly. Of course, this was under perfect conditions, but movement tracking, gesturing with the controls, and image quality were all on point, living up to my memory of playing it on the Index via a wired connection when I reviewed it back in 2020. And with Wi-Fi 7, it'll work simultaneously when connected to the internet without interference. Because of the bandwidth and the speed afforded by 6 GHz wireless signals, Valve is able to wield a new technique called foveated streaming. With eye tracking, the headset is able to recognize where
this is actually really good as well. I hope it works well.
Image quality and the highest resolution to
so he's going to tell you about this. I'm going to tell you as well. So foveated tracking is basically where because they got the pupil tracking. You want it up a bit more. Okay. because of they've got the pupil tracking. What it does is so the bit you're looking at is at full resolution, and the bit around your eye that your eye doesn't pick up is not. So you shouldn't notice it, and I hope it works the way they're
the visible area. It's a similar idea to foveated rendering, where the game itself will dedicate your system's resources to better handle the load for performance and graphics. But with foveated streaming, it's happening at the hardware level, so it's not something developers need to worry about implementing themselves. Either way, it's key to understand that this is not necessarily affecting core performance. Rather, it's to ensure that the wireless feed stays lag-free and looking its best. Both the freedom of sharp built-in tracking and fast wireless connectivity, along with the power of a proper gaming PC, this makes for the ideal VR experience. But that's not all the Steam Frame excels at. It's fairly lightweight overall, and its weight distribution makes it feel like a natural extension of yourself rather than a front-loaded brick that's strapped to my head. Its battery is actually on the rear of the head strap, so it's more balanced than other VR headsets I've used.
Brilliant
and
design.
If you need to plug in, the USB port is also on the back, so the cable stays out of your way. The padding around the headset is plushy.
Look at it. I am getting Ready Player One vibes, and you. It's the first thing I noticed, especially when you can pull the front off like that. You know? Fuck, man, it's here.
It was comfortable in the short time that I used it, and the strap was easily adjustable to get the right fit. The Steam Frame also runs on SteamOS natively, so you get the same interface and quality of life features as you would on the Steam Deck or the upcoming Steam Machine, including the
thing of beauty that is,
Proton.
by the way.
But I was surprised by how much I enjoyed the virtual theater experience when using the Steam Frame. Like other VR headsets, you're able to play non-VR games inside of it through a fake TV that SteamOS...
I actually love this because you can just sit back with the thing on, play your games, whether they're VR or not, on a massive TV. I know you can do a similar sort of thing on the Oculus, but it's a bit more to it to get into it. Come to think of it, I don't actually know how you can do that on the Oculus. I know you can watch YouTube and TV and Netflix and stuff on there, but gaming, regular gaming, I don't think you can actually do that on Oculus. Come to think of it.
Projects within the headset's virtual space, and on the frame, it looked really crisp. I played about 10 minutes of Hades 2 at 4K with the virtual screen blown up to its maximum size, like having an 100-inch TV I didn't have to buy or fit into my living room space. This kind of experience isn't new, I know, but the seamless integration through SteamOS also makes it very easy to use, and the super fast wireless tech means you can play PC games with the full strength of your system at low latency. I did notice a bit of stuttering at times with the image rendering, similar to how screen tearing looks, but further testing in the future has me curious about how reliable it's going to be. While Valve is intending the Steam Frame to be primarily used with a wireless tether for robust VR experiences, the internal hardware is decent enough for certain games.
Because the graphics on that game is so good.
And while it ran smoothly, it was visually a bit muddy, which speaks to the competent but modest power of the Snapdragon ARM processor. But the ARM compatibility is impressive for running less demanding stuff. To be clear though, don't expect Half-Life Alyx to be playable straight off of the internals of...
So I don't know if they're going to if he's going to mention this, but another thing that they've done is that Steam work on the software for these things. So they've got a translator to translate Windows games over to Linux, which is called Proton, and now they've got another one which translates ARM over to Linux as well. So they've got three things on the go here.
The Steam Frame.
I'm not going to let these guys do it. They're good on the tech stuff.
The new frame controllers are also an evolution of the excellent index controllers, including capacitive touch sensors for recognizing hand gestures and the grip of your fingers. The battery slots are placed so as to not get in the way of this, as they need one AA battery each and should last for about 40 hours of use. They feature the TMR magnetic sticks and HD haptics you see on the new Steam controller.
They're literally
and
identical
all the features
to the
you would come to
ones,
expect
to
from a traditional gamepad to create this parity across all sorts of games. The NX controllers were bulky for sure, but I do miss how their strap pad design latched onto my hands to feel like they're in tune with VR itself. Conversely, the frames use a more standard wrist strap design, which feels
But something like that will be coming out, won't it? This is what I use for my Oculus. It's a strap that fits like perfectly snug around the whole thing, and then just wrap it around your hands like that. This thing is like the most comfortable way to play VR games. I'm so glad I found it.
Less of an extension of my hands, but makes them more versatile as controllers. Lastly, I should mention the built-in speakers, which sounded solid and are cleverly tucked into the head strap, as is the integrated microphone. Unlike the Index, they're not actual off-ear headphones, but instead integrated into the headband like you see on the Quest 3, which creates a sort of bubble of sound around your head. Now, when looking at the big picture, the Steam frame is one piece of a larger Steam ecosystem that Valve has established and will keep growing. There's a console-like PC in the Steam Machine, a new state-of-the-art Steam controller, the very successful Steam Deck handheld, and now a smartly designed VR headset. Valve is furthering its claim in PC gaming with all of these devices hitting market, while having SteamOS and Proton mature enough to position itself as a serious gaming platform holder. But the frame in particular begs the question of where VR gaming is today and where it might be going in the future. As someone who got in on it on day one, reviewing the original HTC Vive and Oculus Rift back in 2016, and keeping up since then, I'm a little perplexed by the state of VR games, especially with something technically great as the PSVR 2 getting very mild software support. I thought Half-Life Alyx set a bar so high that others would try to reach, with the hope of getting a wave of great new VR games in the process, but such wasn't really the case. That's not to say that there aren't noteworthy games that have come out since then, such as Asgard's Wrath 2, but it's remained a niche in the years since. And perhaps Valve is fine with that, so long as it has the go-to piece of hardware for that niche. Hardware lives or dies by its price though, and like the Steam Machine, Valve doesn't have anything to share quite yet. For reference, a 512GB MetaQuest 3 goes for $500 at regular price as of now, so the Steam frame will have to at least compete in that range.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd be about 500.
When we get closer to its early 2026 release, and when we find out, you'll definitely hear it from us first. If you need the lowdown on all of Valve's newly announced hardware, check out our hands-on previews of the Steam Machine and Steam Controller, and to keep up with everything in the world of games and tech, stick with IGN.
Beardo Banjo, I haven't seen this guy in ages. Have a look, let's see what he's got to say about it.
What a ridiculous couple of days to be a VR enthusiast. What a ridiculous couple of days to be...
You want to see Linus? Linus has actually done the best review so far. And goes over a lot of things. Linus Tactics is the reason why everyone's going on about the price so much. Because he was the only one who's asked the question. How do I do this on this controller? Work this out a minute. I don't know what I've clicked there. Damn it, I've clicked on something. 1 minute. Oh, poop. I'm going to have to do it on this thing. Okay, not all the controls. Oh, on the old controller. I couldn't bring up the bloody thing. God, for fuck's sake. Right. Linus. See if it's just on here. It's one of the top ones a minute. Not, is it? Is it this one? 2 weeks ago. It's got to be this one.
This Black Friday at Curry's, every deal is at... Save up to £1,000.
Bring up the possibility of more than one of these devices causing interference with each other. And Valve said that while they have operated
Hate its touchpad.
Everyone knows
Right.
that outside-in tracking is just better for VR gaming. It's faster, more accurate, and it's more reliable. Well, here's the thing. Valve isn't everyone, and the new Steam Frame took my expectations of a lousy, flaky experience in a standalone VR headset with camera-based positional tracking and blew them away. They also blew away my expectations for their new Steam Machine and Steam Controller, but that's a separate video. We'll have that link down below. In 2 words or less, this thing is impossibly good. And, maybe more importantly, impossibly versatile. They managed to make it lighter, more comfortable, and higher fidelity than the OG Index for PC
The state of
VR.
that thing.
They managed to bolt an ARM-based computer to it that runs mobile VR games and applications. You can even just sideload an Android APK. And the whole thing runs freaking SteamOS with a new element to their Proton compatibility layer called FEX that allows you to play desktop VR games. I'm talking x86 Windows VR games on your ARM Linux VR headset. I would mic drop this, but I think I'd get in trouble. The last part I wouldn't believe if I didn't experience it for myself, but they did all of this with latency that is indistinguishable from the best VR experiences that I've had.
This is
But
the most
it indistinguishable
exciting
from the
part
best segue I've
about.
ever had
I know I've
to our
probably
sponsor,
said that about 100 times.
Jawa. Jawa is your one-stop shop to buy and sell used gaming equipment
Adverts.
and PC
The
parts.
dongle.
If you're looking to build a new computer or upgrade your current
So you
one,
never
check
have
out
to have
today
the thing
using
plugged
our
in.
link the video description.
That is the best
Hear
part.
that? That's the sound of the holiday.
I hate wires,
Because
man.
if you spend over $100 at LTT Store,
This guy's so funny.
You get a 1 in 10 chance of winning something big. You can win a pair
Something
of
big.
Sennheiser HD 550 headphones. Or if you're really lucky, you may be selected to win a brand new ROG Xbox Ally X. This is fun. But hurry, you only have until November 26th. Shop now at lttstore.com.
Frame is a fundamental shift for Valve. Rather than being an accessory for your gaming PC, it's meant to be a standalone device that can also be enjoyed alongside
say,
your PC. Use
It's actually really quite brave of Steam to do this, and you know, because if it goes completely wrong, it really kind of like sullies the name a bit, doesn't it? And they've grown so much respect from us as consumers for over the past 20 years or something, or however long Steam's been out. Like, we all respect that it's where we buy our games, and you know, doing all this stuff. Just if it all goes wrong, all goes tits up, then people are just, especially the way the internet is nowadays, are going to be pointing their finger, going, "Hey, what a shit company, what a Ubisoft company," you know. So you got to hand it to them for like throwing their ideas in the works like that and taking on Xbox. I know they're not really competing with Xbox and PlayStation, but they kind of are. Because why would you buy them when you can get this, have the better games, the better looking games, and not pay a sub? I think it's a no-brainer.
wireless streaming for VR, which sounds
And they look at it like we do as well. This is what I love about the stuff that they're bringing out. They're looking at it from our point of view. We don't want wires and shit. We want an easy gaming experience, and that's what they're giving us. It's all about ease, getting into these PC games without faffing around. It's just really freaking amazing.
it's not.
Well done, Steam.
Let's take a closer look at the hardware.
Well done, Valve.
Then we can talk about how they did it. The headset that I'm holding is actually made up of multiple components. The core module contains the actual computer and weighs under 190 grams. Then next is an audio module that can be detached with 3 clips.
I actually want to know how what weighs 190 grams. I'm going to go downstairs and put something on the scales in a minute.
Under the foam gasket. Then there's the head strap and a battery pack that is cleverly
Imagine Steam finally enters the console space and just straight up wins. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I really hope this stuff works out the way it is in my head. Like, I mean, we can literally just put this thing there, But it's like this big. It's like this big, Z. It's even smaller, probably. It's probably like that big. You just plonk it there. It's nice, neat, and tidy, and it does everything. My brain, it's popping right now. Just thinking about it. I can get rid of all this stuff that I've got everywhere, and we can just have that. I'm so excited about the prospect of this thing coming out and what it means for us as gamers.
Positioned at the back to help counterbalance the device, improving comfort, and also to make it a little bit easier to cable manage if you wanted to have an external battery pack. The optics are, simply put, flipping incredible.
What's happened?
Like other leading headsets, they're using pancake lenses, but
what happened then?
Unlike some other headsets that use pancake lenses, there was very little in the way of internal reflections visible in the demo applications that I use today. It is possible that with
look how small the thing looks on his face.
But that's going to be something.
It's like he's barely wearing anything.
What I can tell you is that under each lens is a 2160 by 2160 LCD display that's capable of anywhere from 72 Hz, presumably for power saving, up to 120 Hz with a 144 Hz experimental mode, just like we had on the Valve Index. As for why Valve decided to use LCD rather than OLED...
I'm just going to pause that again. I know this pausing it is really annoying, sorry. I just want to talk a little bit more about me. That's all right. So I've never actually... I might have mentioned this before when I've been VR gaming, but I have this problem where I get a slightly blurred image and I have to keep moving it around because I have astigmatism in my eyes, and I think that's what does it. And I can never get it perfectly lined up. You've got 3 options on Oculus where you can move the lens to, and this thing's literally gonna do all that for you. It's gonna look for your pupil and it's gonna line it up perfectly so you don't have to do it at all. It just does it all for you. And I'm looking forward to trying that out and seeing if it's how clean the image is gonna get, because I'm picturing I'm gonna be like, I'm finally here. I've arrived, guys. I'm finally in VR. You know?
It basically came down to the light losses due to the pancake lenses. Ooh, since I'm pointing at them, on the inside of each lens, maybe you could even see them if you went cross-eyed enough, is an eye tracker that's obviously going to be great for social VR experiences, but perhaps more importantly, enables Valve to do what they call foveated streaming, which I'm going to have to explain later because it gets a little in the weeds. First, let's take a look at the controllers. Valve
I'm wondering whether
acknowledges that these are very similar to other designs in the market. But
it will somehow help with
great for VR and also great for your non-VR applications if you just
people that
use
get
your
motion
headset
sickness
as
as well.
virtual
I'm wondering whether it's going to
display.
fix
And
that.
still managed to add some Valve touches to them, putting capacitive sensing
Because
on
surely,
all
the
input
more you
surfaces
feel like you're
and
there,
on the grips, so you can still do
the
five-finger
less
tracking, just like the Knuckles controllers from
motion
the Valve Index.
sicknessy.
They have 2-stage actuating triggers,
I guess.
2-stage actuating grips, which unlocks a ton of
If you
control
feel more
customization.
natural,
They use the same magnetic
then surely the
thumb
motion
stick
sickness
as
is
the
going
new
to
Steam
disappear.
controller for better reliability and a very small dead zone. And they each have their own independent gyros that can be rebound for aiming or whatever you
seeing him there a minute ago, I thought he was going to do that thing that you always see where people are like this in VR, you know.
want. I can't tell if they were being
Oh, yeah.
suggestive there, given the popularity of certain VR applications.
Yeah, I hope so. I'd love
I
to
can't
be
say
able
for
to
sure
play
that they weren't.
VR.
Both controllers have an
Yeah,
integrated IMU to track positional data.
I've always said
and
that you do get used to. 'Cause
infrared
when I
LEDs that can
first
track
put VR on, I
5
used to get a bit of
high-field of view
sickness
cameras that are
myself,
integrated into the
but it
frame's
just
core
feels like a
These
fog
were strategically
that takes about an hour to
positioned so that
wear
even
off.
If you were, say, for example, drawing an arrow
It's
from
doing
a
it again.
quiver, it should be able to maintain tracking. Now, I didn't get a chance to try that, nor did I get to fire up Beat Saber, my favorite application for evaluating controller tracking under extreme conditions. But from just shaking them around in the menu, they seem to track extremely well. Valve is claiming about 40
The
hours
other
of
thing
battery
I've
life
noticed,
off
if
of
you
a single
sit down,
AA,
I
and
noticed this is like
battery
a cheating.
compartment is a
If
perfect
you sit down
transition
while
to
doing
customizability
VR, I
that's
find
on
I get
display with this
less
headset. They're going to have an optional accessory kit that includes knuckle
motion
straps for
sickness,
the controller,
basically.
as well
I
as
don't
a
get
second
motion
head strap
sickness,
with a top Velcro piece if you
but
like
I
a bit of
know,
additional support.
after a
personally
long
liked
periods
it
of
better,
time, I
but
get it's kind of
I
like
also didn't
fog,
feel like it was
and it's the
necessary
same sort
like
of
it is
thing.
on the much heavier Apple Vision Pro. There's a lot more to customize on the frame itself too. It includes a spacer gasket for folks with long eyelashes and to improve compatibility with glasses, but Valve fully acknowledges that not everyone will want to use that because it does take away a little bit from their claimed about 110-degree field of view. So they are working on prescription lenses for the headset itself. We even saw a box of them, but there's no specific timeline on that. IPD adjustments are handled with a little knob on the top that spins a cog on the core module, and this is really cool. Right between the goggles at the bottom here is an expansion port that allows up to two 2.5 gigabit MIPI cameras, or a single camera with a PCIe Gen 4x1 slot, allowing all kinds of possibilities for additional accessories. Like if you wanted color cameras, for instance, the built-in ones are only monochromatic. Or if you wanted, I don't know, a smell sensor, the sky's the limit. Since we're on the subject of the cameras, Valve says
I don't
that
really
they will
understand
work
what
for inside-out
is that. You can
tracking even
connect
in
something
pitch
onto
darkness,
it.
thanks to IR emitters that are built into the headset itself.
It's just crazy
and
that they
you
think
can
of this
expect
stuff.
Tracking performance on the order
They're like,
of
here's
about
what we've
200 to
done. You guys can
250 updates per
play with
second,
it, do whatever you
which
want.
is about on par with the Valve Index. Not something that I expected. Now that I've
Take
had a
it
chance
apart.
to gather my thoughts and eat some crappy airport food, let's talk about how Valve is delivering a PC VR-like experience wirelessly when big names like Apple and Meta have tried and never really succeeded. It starts with the least interesting looking part, this 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi dongle. Valve built the headset with 2 radios.
I don't understand why no other
antennas
company
for
has done
Wi-Fi,
this.
along with a third dedicated antenna for your controllers or your Bluetooth peripherals. One of those Wi-Fi antennas handles 5 gigahertz for your game downloads, your multiplayer data, your voice chat, etc. The other one connects to a very high-end home router, or more likely, Valve's dongle using the so far mostly unused 6 gigahertz band. This is a perfect use case for 6 gigahertz, since it lacks the wall penetration that you might want for home Wi-Fi, but it excels at avoiding 2.4 and 5 gigahertz channel congestion while pushing huge amounts of bandwidth. With that said, while the theoretical maximum is right up there with wired connections, in the real world it falls well short of that. So what's the secret? Foveated streaming.
Foveate, that's
Seeing
the
this in
word
action
of the day.
blew my flipping mind.
Foveated streaming.
Basically, the idea behind it is similar to foveated rendering, where the headset tracks your eyes and tells your GPU, hey, only render the area of focus at full fidelity and save your resources on the rest of the scene. It's a technique that's been used to great effect on the handful of PSVR 2 titles that exist, but has been largely untapped on the PC side, largely because it depends on game developers to implement it. And also, most headsets don't have built-in eye tracking, so why would they bother? Foveated streaming then. Again, same idea. Focus your resources wherever the eyes are looking. Except in this case, it's not the GPU saving on rendering resources, it's the video encoding stream saving on bitrate. So you get crystal clear, high bitrate encoding, exactly where your eyes are looking, and then a little bit blurry everywhere else.
This is what I was telling you earlier.
In practice, it reacted so fast that no matter how quickly I tried to move my eyes, I wasn't able to catch it. But I also don't feel too bad about that. Valve put on an incredible demo for me in Half-Life Alyx, where they highlighted the maximum fidelity window as I was looking around. And even though they say it's only about 10% of the total video stream, it ends up being a pretty large window. Wild. As for the encoding latency, well, thanks to some clever parallelization of the encoding, you can expect anywhere from 1 to 2 milliseconds of extra latency on a modern GPU, and 4 to 5 for a slightly older but still VR-capable one. Not enough to notice or to contribute to significant motion sickness. And it keeps getting better. I managed to get almost 50 feet away from the dongle
playing Half-Life
without a
Alyx.
noticeable difference in the experience. Now, granted, this is still line of sight, but it's a lot further than I can get with a tether. Now, I did bring up the possibility of more than one of these devices causing interference with each other, and Valve said that while they have operated multiple headsets concurrently in the same space, they haven't explored more demanding use cases like packed VR cafes. Moving on to audio. The built-in solution is both incredibly impressive and also a little disappointing. I'm impressed by the audio quality. They apparently had to use opposing drivers to cancel out the vibrations to make sure that the inside-out tracking wouldn't get messed up, and they sound fantastic. As for the mic, I didn't get a chance to test it, but Valve assured me that the mics should carry on the Index's incredible reputation for stellar microphone performance. I'm disappointed because I literally had the engineer who worked on the Index and this new headset in the room with me, and when I asked her for a gaming headset with all this same audio black magic, she just shrugged. So, sorry y'all, I tried. In all seriousness, the speakers
sounds
don't
like they
fire
had a
directly
little
into
bit
your
of
ears,
a
so there is a bit more sound
communication.
Index, but
Yeah. Although you didn't
doesn't
get
seem
on
like
with
a
each
game
other. That's what it sounds like from what you just
depending on
said
what you're
there.
watching and who's around. The last couple of experiences I want to talk about are a huge deal whether you plan to use them or not. The first is Thex, an open source project that Valve has been contributing, and this is a quote, quite heavily to. It's a translation layer that allowed me to experience a completely standard Windows x86 game, Hades 2 in this case, running directly on the hardware on the frame. I'm talking x86 code designed to run on Windows, running on a Snapdragon 8650 running Linux. Holy freaking mind blown. They're planning a compatibility list a la Great on Deck for the future. But wait a second, running on Linux? Yeah, Valve's been busy porting SteamOS to ARM. How did they drop so much news on one day? The frame does everything that you know and love about SteamOS, like fast suspend and resume and performance overlays, except on your VR headset directly. And as I mentioned briefly in the intro, if you blinked, you might have missed it.
God, why does it keep doing
ARM
that?
processor comes
So
with the ability
broken.
to supposedly run Android APKs by directly sideloading them onto the Steam frame. And given how many VR experiences are designed to run on mobile devices, this is a colossal win. And with Valve's commitment to putting micro SD card slots on all their devices, it
Yeah,
can't be
man,
too hard to
I love
install.
that.
Now there are still some areas where the frame doesn't seem to be industry leading. The light seal.
I love that I could just put my games on SD cards.
Beyond 2 with its custom 3D printed gasket. The pass-through cameras, they're just monochromes, so don't expect to be wearing your frame out and about like people did with the Apple Vision Pro for the first week or so. From my very brief and admittedly not side-by-side experience, it's also not the
It's
highest
really
clarity
making me
nor
think about like
highest
just
dynamic range display I've ever
minimalizing
seen,
all of
and
this
it's not as
freaking
light
tech
or
that I've got
compact
behind me
as,
here.
say, the big screen Beyond 2.
And just like, just
But it's the
clean
overall
everything up,
package
you
that should have
know?
the entire rest of the industry
I won't,
stopping and going,
but
how did Valve, who as of 2021 supposedly had less than 350 employees, manage to outmaneuver
350?
monsters like
Right.
Meta, who spent $17.7 billion on Reality Labs just last fiscal year? I would ask Gaben how it happened, but I'm pretty sure he's busy on his yacht. All I know is that I want one, whether it's for wireless PC gaming, native gaming on the road with minimal bulk in my bag, or even just relaxing on the couch watching movies on the big screen. Like, what kind of sucker needs a big TV when this thing exists?
that monster, bloody hell.
So, with the frame clearly taking the place of the Index in Valve's lineup, what happens to all the users of the Index and, maybe more importantly, the third-party ecosystem that exists around its base stations and Knuckles controllers? The short answer is the Index is EOL. But the long answer is Valve would love to see other players in the VR space approach them about continuing to support or even continuing to manufacture these devices. Whether that'll happen, I don't know, but at least Valve is open to the conversation. Just like I'm open to telling you about our sponsor.
Grammarly. Writing things like a novel, an essay, or even a quick thank you card can be difficult, and everyone knows how annoying it is
How
when
many
the words
sponsors
just don't
you
come out
got?
right. That's where Grammarly can step in. It's an AI writing partner there to help kickstart your creativity, form brainstorming ideas, outline your piece, or even generating a first draft for you if you're just drawing a blank page. And Grammarly's humanizing feature is designed to help your words sound genuine and natural, not robotic. When you're ready for the last layer of polish, Expert Review gives you
I
feedback
can't
inspired
talk
by
over
professionals
all this
in a
stuff, so
related
it's
field.
annoying me.
Grammarly's there to help you finish your writing
I've
faster,
got stuff I want
giving
to
you
talk
the time
about.
back to go do
Let me
other
just, I'm
things
just
in
going to do
life.
this. Right, so it's something else that I didn't mention earlier about how great Steam is and how they are the saviors of this gaming universe that we all live in. Any controller will work on a Steam machine, Steam Deck. You just link it up, and it works. Whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, 8-bit Do, their own controller, mouse and keyboard, arcade sticks. It's because it's computer PC based. Anything goes. So that's another selling point. I mean, it's like I said, it's a no-brainer.
Up your productivity and get Grammarly today. You can even save 20%
hard to
off Grammarly Pro if you use our link.
Find anything wrong with
If you guys enjoyed
any
this
of this
video,
stuff.
go check out part 2 on the Steam Machine, as well as the new 2026 edition of the Valve Steam controller. Mind-blowing stuff today. I can't believe they blindsided me with this. They're like, come down, we'll tell you nothing. You have 4 hours to do everything.
Yeah. Should we have a look at the Steam Machine?
Friday time. Here, look.
Hey, the MetaQuest 3S one.
I think we should probably have a look at the Steam Machine, shall we? Linus
Valve
Tech
dropped
Tips.
3 absolute bombs today. The Steam Frame standalone VR headset, that's going to have to be a separate video. But this one focusing on the new Steam Machine, and yes, the wait is finally over, the 2026 edition Steam controller. Let's start with a little history.
Loads
Over
of people
10 years
that I've
ago,
spoken
Valve
to.
announced their first version.
I didn't have this version. I'll get the version I've got. So I believe that what he's holding there is like the alpha, like testing model that they originally released, and this is what they came up with after. Which is my original the original Steam machine. It hasn't actually got a hard drive. My one hasn't got a hard drive in it at the moment. But I could put another one in it and just like put Linux on it or something. But it's outdated now, sadly. But this thing was really good for me at the time. I was into PC gaming, and I wanted to sit in the front room and play it. This is when me and Michelle really first got together. I think I got this thing. And I was kind of like really into what's it called? Black Desert was just coming out as well. And I wanted to have something I can actually play it on. So I got this, and it did work at the time for a bit until it got a bit too powerful for it, like. I'm distracted now. Can't remember what I was going to say. Just carry on the video, I guess, for a minute. It'll pop back in my head.
Of SteamOS, a Linux-based operating system that would free gamers from the shackles of Microsoft Windows. No, it was a total commercial flop. But instead of giving up on Steam machines, Valve doubled down, working with game developers on Linux-native ports of their games.
Do you know why it was a
and
flop?
with open
Because
source
they let
developers
Alienware
with
do it.
Proton compatibility
They let Dell
that makes their
do the
Steam Deck
computers.
handheld out-of-the-box compatible with thousands of Steam games, even ones that only ever shipped on Windows. The Steam Deck is believed to have sold millions of units at this point, and no wonder given its great balance of solid gaming and outstanding affordability. But its mobile form factor has given it certain limitations and left gamers hungry for something more substantial. And well, here it is. I'm calling it the Lunchbox. 1, because it's substantial, like lunch.
Yeah.
2, because it's cube-shaped, like a box.
They're
and
crap.
3, because I think this thing is going to eat Xbox's lunch. Okay, that last one was a bit of a reach. But not as far as I'm reaching.
Look how
for this
small this
segue
thing is.
To our sponsor.
Hold up, RogueLab is having a sale, 60% off. They're easy to move and they're easy to use and super comfy. But I got a little friend new now. A guy has got to celebrate somehow.
Hear that? That's the sound of the holidays coming. Because if you spend over $100 at LTTstore.com, you'll get a 1 in 10 chance of winning something big. You can win a pair of Sennheiser HD 550 headphones. Or if you're really lucky, you may be selected to win a brand new ROG Xbox Ally X. This is fun. But hurry, you only have until November 26th. Shop now at LTTstore.com.
I mentioned I got my laptop. I switched my laptop over
In
to
what has become
Linux,
typical Valve fashion,
so I
they've
can
been
get used to it.
typically open about the new Steam machine.
It's really
giving us
good.
Direct access to
I'm
the
not going to show it
engineering
off.
folks
But
who worked on these devices.
it's been
The only
really
thing I didn't
smooth,
have
really
today
fast as
was
well.
time, so we're going to get through this as fast as we can. At the heart of the Steam machine is a 6-core AMD Zen 4-based CPU that turbos up to 4.8 gigahertz with 16 gigs of RAM.
Tell you what I love. You might say this in a minute. So sorry if I bloody say it and then he bloody brings it up. That bar at the bottom of the screen there, when you're in sleep mode and you're downloading something, that bar will show up as the download. So it will slowly go up. So you can keep track just from, a visual sort of perspective. Oh, that's really cool.
An 8-gig GPU that they compared to a 7600 XT-ish, but they were also quick to point out that it might not be apples to apples thanks to their custom software
Isn't it?
stack and power
Just
key.
little things like
Basically,
that.
the goal was that
It's
pretty
like,
much
wow, they
anything on
look at
Steam
stuff
should run
like
at 4K
like
60
how
FPS
people do.
if you're willing to turn down the details and use a little bit of FSR upscaling. And we saw
Fucking
that on display
SD
with
slot in the
Cyberpunk
front
running in
as
demo
well.
room
It's
at
like,
these settings.
I'm going
Valve
to buy
says to
like the
expect
smallest
about 6
drive,
times
like the
performance of Steam
512,
Deck. Now, I was a little
and then just
surprised to not
keep
see
buying
an
SD
SoC
cards
with
to
shared
put in
memory,
it.
But apparently the decision to go for discrete CPU and GPU came down to balancing cost, power, size, and performance. And also they just didn't feel like they needed to. And I guess Valve was right because they nailed this thing. Compared to a more traditional ITX small form factor machine like the OG Steam machine reference
so
design,
small.
you can see that it's a lot smaller. More on par with a highly integrated design like something like the Framework desktop. Investment disclosure. Like the Framework desktop, Valve allows customization of the front panel using these magnetic plates, and they're going to provide
It's
some
like
add files so you can put
70%
whatever your heart desires on here. They even had a machine in the demo room with an
heatsink,
e-ink display
from
that
what I
was showing
understand.
system vitals. Pretty darn cool. But unlike the Framework, it has a programmable RGB
It's got
strip in the
one
front
big
that could be used
fan
to
on it,
personalize
but
your
apparently
style
it
or
barely
show a
makes any
progress
noise,
bar
is what
while
they were
you
saying.
Switch your TV input and wait for your game to be downloaded. The sky's kind of the limit. The front of the device has a power button, micro SD slot, 2 USB 3 5 gigabit per second ports. Then the rest of the I/O is in the back, where you'll find 2 USB 2 Type A ports, a USB-C 10 gigabit per second port, no display port on there, that is worth noting, gigabit Ethernet, power in for the integrated power supply. Good gravy, this thing is compact, as well as an HDMI 2.0 and DisplayPort 1.4 port. It is worth noting that HDMI 2.0 port, they have tested it at HDMI 2.1 speeds, but there are a couple of features that are not implemented, so they can't call it HDMI 2.1. Also at the back, we have a large 120mm cooling fan that draws air from both the intake on the bottom that comes up through the power supply, as well as the large heatsink on the front. We're going to crack this thing fully open in a sec, but first
I don't
wanna
know
talk about the
if
Steam
there's
controller.
any point in keeping
No,
an
not
Xbox
that
if you
Steam
get this
controller,
thing,
the new one, with the exact same
because you
name.
can just play all the Game
Before you
Pass
ask,
games on it.
yes,
I'm
I made
assuming.
my case to Valve that this is
I don't know
unnecessarily
actually. How would that
confusing.
work?
No, they're not going to change it. The good news is Valve learned a lot from the first Steam controller, and this appears to be their most complete
I don't think they have a
offering
Linux version
ever.
of their
To be fair, the original
Game Pass
was
app
really
actually,
cool.
do
I
they?
mean, it made non-controller games finally playable from the couch, thanks to their innovative haptic touchpad. They also unlocked novel input schemes with gesture control or like swiping with momentum. But they also turned off a lot of folks due to their deficiency of traditional joysticks. Well, that's solved now. The Steam controller is everything that is great about the controller on the Steam Deck, but usable when your Steam Deck is in
I actually
dock
really
mode,
like
or with your
the
Steam machine,
layout.
or with
Like when I'm
any
on the
other
Steam
PC,
Deck,
investment
like
disclosure.
so.
On the
My
surface, it
thumbs
offers up
are
a
like in this
conventional
position,
ABXY button
like
layout
naturally,
with a
right? They sit on the
PlayStation-style
sticks,
symmetric joystick design
and
that
then
will
you
work
just kind of
seamlessly
you
out
just
of
go
the
to the
box
side
with basically
to
any
you know
game.
a little bit
The
to hit
trackpads
the
have been
buttons.
repositioned to better accommodate the arm's
I actually think it's
natural
really comfy,
position while holding a smaller
but
device
I'm
compared to the
comfortable with your more
wider Steam
traditional
Deck,
setup
and
as
all
well.
of the usual
I
Valve
suppose it
buttons
is more like the
a Steam button
PlayStation,
for opening the menu,
you know.
a quick access button for bringing up the Steam
But
OS
it's actually
overlay,
there more up
4
there,
rear
so my
programmable
hand's
buttons,
actually
the
naturally
face
a
buttons
bit
are
higher
satisfying with a nice amount of resistance,
than
and
the
the
thumb
D-pad has
sticks,
been
and then
tuned
you
for the
just
Steam Deck for better
you're
feel.
on the buttons.
It feels
Yeah?
okay to me, but I only got a couple.
I haven't
minutes
actually
with
had
it
an
before
issue
Valve
using
changed my
this
mind.
Steam
The
Deck
joysticks
at all.
are next generation TMR or tunneling magneto-resistant joysticks,
Again?
boasting superior accuracy and durability, even...
Again, they're thinking about us and the future of their systems and their controls. So they're using basically thumbsticks that can't get stick drift. Well done. Why wasn't that? Why is that not on all controllers?
It's been designed from the ground up for a superior gyroscopic aiming or mousing experience with capacitive thumbsticks and even capacitive grips, so you can configure your gyro to enable or disable depending on whether you put your thumb on the stick or even by simply loosening your grip, say to recenter and then reactivate gyroscopic aiming. They had a great demo with Balatro showing how you can use the game's built-in controller compatibility like a pleb, or, hear me out, trackpads with the right for movement and the left one split down the middle for left and right click. Or
the trackpads, if you haven't got a Steam Deck, you really like know this. You haven't played around with it, but they're actually like really way better than the original ones. These, for some reason, they feel really sensitive. You can see when I'm moving the cursor around the screen. It works absolutely like fine, but for some reason it's so sensitive. And what they do on the Steam Deck, which they'll have this on the controls as well, is got this like haptic feedback, so you can actually there's like a texture feel to where you're moving the cursor. So it's actually way easier to move a cursor around the screen. Oh, it's got it on this actually. No, it has got it on this, but it's a little bit less. You can probably, can you hear that? It's a little bit less on this controller than it is on that. So it just works a lot easier on the
gyro mouse
Steam Deck.
using the face buttons for clicks. And if you don't care about gyro aiming, these capacitive inputs are all remappable as well, opening up a whole world of possibilities. Let's go even deeper.
You don't use them for gaming.
In addition to the haptic, texture-like feedback that you know and love from Valve's previous touchpads, the Steam controller has been upgraded with large rumble motors for better immersion and a large battery that they claim should be good for 35 hours in the most demanding applications, and even better if you don't need quite as much rumble. But I haven't even talked about the best part. If you've ever gamed over Bluetooth, you know that it can be inconsistent at best.
This is good.
The puck. Every Steam controller comes with a wireless dongle that clips magnetically to the Steam controller using a couple of nice, strong alignment magnets. And it uses a proprietary 2.4 gigahertz wireless interface that Valve claims is good for about 8 milliseconds end-to-end latency and offers up superior resiliency when you're using multiple controllers. It allows 4 controllers per puck, so that's not as good as the Xbox dongle, which can do 8, but Valve has tested up to 4 pucks on a single system for a maximum of 16 players, meaning that you're probably going to run out of seats on your couch before you run out of controller compatibility. The last chef kiss on top is an IR emitter that's cozied up beside the power LED to help you find your controller when you're in VR. I love it. Now let's get back to the Steam machine.
I love that you can just use it in VR as well.
We're busy. Oh, you. While Valve's goal was to build something that is
look at this thing.
Grab-in game for the non-tinkerers.
Kind of reminds me of the Cube from
console-like experience with quick suspend and resume and modern standby, so that your games are already updated when you sit down to play. They also fully acknowledge that there are folks out there, guilty, who are tinkerers, and they've come up with an ingenious design for this thing that allows it to cater to both audiences. In advance, no, you're not going to be swapping out the BGA soldered processors, but what you can do is upgrade the storage with next to no hassle.
That will fit a
or larger 2280 sized M.2 drive. And while we couldn't go that deep today, Valve also confirmed
so you could just change it yourself.
Uses standard SODIMM slots. Finally, while Valve hasn't actually told iFixit that this product is coming yet, they did say that they're hoping to continue their partnership that they've had on the Steam Deck, making replacement parts available for end users. Awesome. Since we're in here, by the way, there are some really cool details that I'd love to highlight. The power supply, for one thing, is fully integrated to the point where it's actually part of the chassis, and the cooling solution pulls air directly through it, which avoids any need for it to have its own fan. The aforementioned Delta cooling fan is actually slightly thicker than the standard 25mm for extra static pressure, and it includes antenna mounts that are integrated into it, along with I/O mounts. Cool, right? Oh, this is actually a great look at the 4 antennas. So this is the back of the device where you have your 2 antennas for Wi-Fi 6E. Then if we flip it around to the front, we've got one antenna for Bluetooth peripherals and another one that is dedicated to your Steam controller or controllers.
That's
so
the
that
new.
puck that's included with your controller
It's the same
is
as the
actually
puck.
extra, and you could chuck it on another PC or
You
next
could
to your
just
couch
use
for
it to
charging.
charge.
A major question mark, though, is of course price. Valve wasn't able to give any specific numbers due to rapidly evolving market conditions, but they will obviously have it nailed down when the Steam Machine launches in Q1 2026 alongside the new Steam controller. They did give me one hint, though. They said that while they expect it to be very competitively priced with a PC, that it will be priced like a PC, rather than like a console with games subsidizing the upfront hardware purchase. They wouldn't say why.
I want
if I had to guess. I'd say it's partial.
I want to end this early because I want to. Can I find this? There's a guy that did a price comparison. Between like how much you would spend on an Xbox throughout a year and how much, like if you were to buy this thing for like £1,000. Basically what he was saying, I'm going to try and put this into words off the top of my head here a second. So if you buy a Steam Machine at £1,000, in a year's time, it's still only cost you £1,000. If you buy an Xbox for £600, you in a course of a year, you would have brought the Game Pass like £30 a month for 12 months. And then you still got to pay for games on top of that. And Steam as well. Also, I mean, everyone knows this. They have got the cheapest games around, and they do deals like every month on games. And there are websites that sell keys for games, for PC games as well, which are just ridiculously cheap. So, although if it's priced at £1,000, you're still going to be paying less, basically in the long run, and the games are going to be at an affordable price as well.
To avoid stepping on the margin opportunities of their
Again,
partners for
I can't. These are no-brainer. I can't.
Also, because they recognize
I can't come up with any bad points.
A full-fledged PC capable of being used as a full-fledged PC. There's no guarantee then that, say, a corporate purchase of 10,000 of these things would result in a single game sale. So they really do need to protect the sustainability of their hardware.
Okay, I can think of a bad point.
Another major question mark is...
Let's turn Linus off here a minute. So this isn't really down to the Steam OS. This is down to the game makers, like Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite. None of those games will work on this system unless the companies that make those games pull their fingers out and fix the anti-cheat software that they use. They still haven't done it, but I don't really play a lot of those games anyway. There are some that they have pulled their finger out and sorted it out. Riot Games, I don't think Riot Games will work on it. I could be wrong. Don't really know about that one. But yeah, so those ones are still not compatible on Linux. But hopefully, with if this thing is popular, obviously it's going to be. People, I mean, the Steam Deck is quite popular as it is, but hopefully these companies will see that a lot of people are gaming on Linux now, and they just need to fix their anti-cheat software, which can't be that hard to work out. Their Vanguard system will not play with Steam OS because of the are you talking about Riot? That Riot's thing, is it? Yeah, basically it's not down to Steam to make this stuff work. They can't. It's literally the companies that make the games. Riot. Okay. Yeah, hopefully they'll see the popularity and how many people have got these systems, and they'll be like, right, sorry guys, can you stop working on that fucking terrible game that you fucking were working on over there? That nobody really wants. A copy of that game, a copy of Call of Duty you're working on over there. Can you stop doing that for a minute and make these games work on Linux? Because we are losing players. Because everyone wants a Steam machine or whatever. Or Steam Frame or Steam Deck, and they can't play our games, so please fix it.
Where the heck is standalone SteamOS for custom PC builders? Well, we aren't going to get a formal SteamOS release for BYO hardware configurations anytime soon, but Valve has expanded the list of supported third-party devices.
Somebody asked me about whether I think it might have been Graham actually, whether you can just download SteamOS and put it on their own PC. And at the time I said no, because they don't sell it. Because literally all of these things that they're making, their own, the thing that makes it theirs is the Steam OS. So they're not going to release it. Or I thought it would be bad. But no, you can actually download it and put it on the system, your system of your choice. If you want to put it on your PC, you can do that. It's through the Steam recovery. Obviously, they got it put out. If you've got a problem with your Steam Deck and you need to do a recovery and download the program and put it back on there, that's what this is for. But what you don't get is it's not tailored to your system. So, if you downloaded the Steam Deck OS, I'm assuming, I don't know because I've not done it, that it will say these games won't work on your system. You have that tick system that says this will work. It would just be for the Steam Deck. And also what you get with the Steam machine, which you don't get with a PC if you were to put it on there separately, is the HDMI control. So you can plug the Steam machine into a TV and control your TV.
Skip this bullshit.
Shut up, Space Invader. You can control your TV with that system like you would a console. You can turn it on. You turn on your PlayStation or whatever. It will control your TV and turn it on and stuff like that. So the Steam machine will do all of that stuff. But if you were obviously to download the program, put it into your PC, it's not going to do that. So there are benefits, and also the Space Invader. The controllers, the dongles that are built into it, obviously all that stuff, it's not going to be there. There's just little things, and the SD cards and all that stuff. You won't get if you build your own system. So there is a reason to buy the system.
GPU systems for some time, and recently updated it to support their latest Zen 5 and RDNA 4 architecture processors. So nothing.
This is a new Xbox here, Space Invader. This will replace your Xbox. Actually, it won't, because you play a lot of shooters, don't you? The Battlefield won't work on it, I don't think. Call of Duty won't work on it at the moment until these companies decide to make them playable on Linux systems.
Machine and installing the software for free, though you will miss out on some things. HDMI CEC control, for instance, required Valve to build a custom motherboard in order to have your computer turn on alongside your AV receiver. And to get that,
I literally just said that.
BYO PC would require some serious cooperation between hardware makers that I don't know if we can hold
S-box?
But
a shit box, is that what you're saying?
Pretty much out of the box. We may even get a release.
It's half the size of the Xbox as well.
But the vibe I'm picking up on around here is that it really depends on better support for Intel and especially NVIDIA GPUs. I'm also picking up this vibe to our sponsor.
What up? Hey man, I got
Yeah.
a new couch and I think I need some help.
They will do, Z.
You know I got some stuff to do today. Come on, it won't take long. Okay. He doesn't know it's an M1 sofa from Rove Lab, babe. Moved it and set it up by myself. Now I'm watching Grab a Ray. I really don't wanna lift a couch right now, but he's been there for me, and I'm gonna find a way to help him somehow. Man,
I love these.
you're the greatest. How did you lift it by yourself? anywhere in your home. And so why did you need my help? Want you to help me celebrate because there's a Black Friday sale and everything's 60% off, brother.
I tried to get through everything, but I only had
Fucking
about 4
Linus
hours
adverts
to get
crack
based on
me
everything
up.
right and film, so my apologies. Now, assuming that one's up yet, go check out the video on the Steam Frame VR headset.
I think I need to phone the Samaritans. Go off to the Samaritans again.
Clear that this is not a real product. Sorry.
The Fantastic Four is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Well, I mean, we've completed all the Linus stuff, really. They've got one... Oh, shit, what have I done here? They've got one to do with the controller as well, but, you know... It's a controller. What's this? With the controller as well, but, you know... I don't know who this guy is. It's a controller. What's this? With the controller as well, but, you know... I don't know who this guy is. It's a controller. What's this? Inception. What else can we have a look at? So this is all on my controller, on my Steam Deck controller here, Steam Machine controller. It runs, you know. I know it's just Chrome I'm doing this on, but like it's so easy. I'm just, you know, stick and then pointer, touchpad pointer, and you even use these, and you can use the bumpers to go back and forth, like through the pages as well. It's really works really well. Been using it for a while now. I think we should probably have a look at what Giant Bomb have got to say about it, because I've not seen that one. I'm trying to think if there's another one worth looking at. PC Gamer hands-on. PC Gamer actually do a really good one on the headset and the system. Nerd Nest, quite like them. 17 hours. Ace up the sleeve. Valve sleeve. You don't want to just watch someone else talk. You've already got me talking. I like to see the tech. This guy's got a nice beard.
Folks,
Let's have a look.
It's a November Sunday evening here in Bellevue, Washington. I'm here to go to Valve tomorrow morning to check out
I'm just
some
going to use the
serious
bathroom. I'll be right
hardware.
back.
We will find out what that is very soon. But right now I got time to kill, and it's just me. It's just me. I'm a Bedanza without a Bajanza. And if you want to get a sense of how boring it is traveling without Jan Ochoa, my plans are to find coffee that will keep me awake to a reasonable time. And then I realized I didn't pack a belt. So I'm going to go look for a belt. So yeah, between now and falling asleep, I'm just looking for coffee and a belt. Get out of here, Jan, please. Do you know Jan? Do you know Jan? Jan Ochoa? Have you seen him? Yeah, Jan? No? I bet Jan would have a good joke about heezy haulers. Hey Jan, I feel like the people watching right now might not have a full grasp on the extensive travel history we have together and just how heartbreaking this is for me to not have you here. So, you know, right now, go ahead, you can put together a, you can have me narrate over like, oh, hey, remember when we were...
Is this your American cousin? Yeah, it looks like it. He needs to... I mean, I've trimmed mine down now. But, I'm just really looking forward to having this tidy, clean setup of this Steam machine. I'm literally not going to have any need for anything else once I've got it. I'll keep the PlayStation though, because they get bloody exclusives. I don't know about the Xbox. I've got games on the Xbox though. But I just really want a clean setup, and I'm really looking forward to be able to just use what I've got on it and not worry about it, because I think about this stuff all the time when streaming. I always think about stream, how I'm going to get that thing working on stream. Because I've been doing it for so long. Like, I really shouldn't think like this, but I do, unfortunately. I think about, like, first how I'm going to play that on stream. I don't know why I do that. I should just be able to enjoy games. Just wait a year and exclusives will be on Steam anyway. Yeah, it's true. I know. I know that I'm waiting for Death Stranding. I was going to buy it on PlayStation the other day, but then they announced the Steam machine, and I was like, do you know what? I've got the first game on Steam. This is another thing. Don't know if anyone else feels like this. Like, so when I play a game and like, you know, you get like you get the badges and stuff for like doing certain things in the game, and then like your save file with Steam, I feel like that is my definitive sort of, that's my overall save file. And so like sometimes I'll play a game on a console and then I'll be like, oh, I want to play that game again on Steam. So I've got my save file which is there forever. And the other thing that baffles me is over the 20 years or so that I've had Steam, how have they still got my save files? Like, where do these save files store? I know they store on your computer, but they also upload to a cloud. It's just like, so I feel like if I complete a game on Steam, I've completed it and it's saved, it's there for good. Does that make sense? Is that weird? Probably is. Probably just me. You should just be thinking about Cornish pasties and cider and keep. Oh, yeah, I am. That's all I think about.
In Copenhagen together, and then we were in Germany together.
So I'm happy that I've completed Death Stranding on Steam because I've got the save file. And also like Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm like, oh, I'm sorted. I've got my best save files on there. You know, I've done the most on that game on Steam.
Find great clips. You do it in slow-mo, make it look really wistful and nostalgic. Thanks, Jan.
I've never, ever completed a game. What? That's crazy, Space Invader. I suppose you just play like multiplayer games, do you? Just play online.
Handmade cheese? Oh no.
I've lost count of how many games I've completed. I mean, obviously I had the PlayStation 1, so you know, I've still got memory cards for my PlayStation 1 with like completed games and stuff on them. I feel the same way with those that I do about completing a game on Steam. It's like my save file's there, it's safe. You know, I'm just gonna get something to eat a minute. I'll be right back.
The Virgin Media Black Friday sale is here. With our entertainment bundle, you get 3 months completely free. It's packed with channels you love, M350 broadband, and now Netflix at no extra cost. Yeah, that's Black Friday the Virgin Media way. Visit virginmedia.com.
The holidays can be a lot. But with your new Dell PC with Intel inside, you can handle a lot. From taking care of holiday to-dos to taking care of Aunt Jean, even if she can be a lot.
All right, it's the morning. I slept the best I could given the circumstances. I still feel very lost right now. Jan was supposed to land.
Dan, I'm here.
Jan?
I'm holding the camera.
It's me!
Oh, Jan.
Oh, Dan.
I had to order a coffee without you.
Dan, should we do like a memento style thing? Like where I don't want you to get a tattoo, but like a post-it note you keep in your wallet.
Of a coffee order?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's usually pretty much all the same thing. Right?
Yeah, just like two. Not the same thing, but yeah.
I could have ordered legitimate poison without you there, and I wouldn't have known any better.
Yeah. We should have 2 columns: hot column, cold column.
Okay, I like them both.
There we go.
Well, you're here now, Jan.
I am here.
Bonanza. We're here at Valve, that building.
Over there.
The Half-Lives are in there.
Yeah.
We were here, almost exactly in this spot, 2 years ago.
Ooh,
Almost exactly 2 years ago.
Time flies by.
Yes, and we were talking about, so then, okay, we were summoned here by Valve 2 years ago, and I can't remember if they specifically said it was Steam Deck related. They might have said that last time, and so I remember us wondering, like, oh, is this going to be, the Steam Deck 2, is this going to be this or that, and it wound up being the OLED, which I love the OLED. I use it all the time, hundreds of hours since we got that. Now we're here again. Valve has summoned us once again. It is not Steam Deck related this time.
Okay.
They did say this is a hardware thing they were going to show us.
Okay. Okay. So
Sorry, man, I was
Steam
wrestling with a
hardware, the
wagon
top
wheel
things
packet.
that comes to mind outside of the Steam Deck is, gosh, what do they call it?
VR, virtual reality.
Pork pie.
Their helmet.
Oh, the Vive. The HTC Vive? They had the Index.
Index. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking of.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I don't know, like, VR, is it still a thing worth pursuing?
That is the thing. If it is VR, then I have a lot of questions about, like, okay, I assume this would be a standalone thing. What would differentiate this from something like a MetaQuest 3? Because like they have made it easier to play VR Steam games on like the MetaQuest. You can do like the Steam VR link and everything. So I've been able to get that working, but it's still there's some finickiness. You got to have it running on your PC here. You have to like load it up. There's Wi-Fi and stuff like that can determine how actually good it is. So like it is not the.
It is
like,
quite
I do
annoying
want a
on
thing
Oculus.
where I just have my Steam library on a headset and it's not a pain in the ass to do. Like Luminous is about out. I want to be able to just play that in VR and not have to sync with stuff or anything. So yes, I understand VR would be maybe the first thing we jump to. Now I was looking up the rumors. I don't know how much you've heard.
The rumors and innuendo.
Rumors and innuendo, pyro and ballyhoo. The Steam Frame is the stuff. There have been some, I was doing my research. I'm a journalist, Jan. I'm always saying that.
You're hacking the mainframe.
I've hacked the mainframe as a journalist. I'm Woodward and Bernstein in one guy right now.
I know who those people are.
It's a history reference.
Okay.
Journalism.
Journalism.
So, the rumors of the Steam Frame
Yeah.
console.
We have to make a new one. I like
headset,
Steam
like,
Machine.
It sounds like it's a standard. Like I saw rumors of $1,200. I saw rumors of a headset. And a controller, like, I saw mock-ups and stuff of like, MetaQuest looking, like two-hand control, that style. But again, I don't know, like there was like data leaks and data mining and stuff like that. So I don't know how much of this is speculation or anything. It's like, whenever there's like an iPhone coming out and you always see like, this is what it's probably gonna look like.
Right.
I don't know how accurate any of this stuff is.
Okay.
So that is to say, you thought VR, the rumors were pointing towards some sort of headset situation. And I think they said there were like some trademarks for the Steam Frame and things like that. So those are kind of the things floating around out there on the internet right now before we go find out the actual story. But yeah, we are like a half hour away from going in to Valve, and they are going to show us what this thing is.
Yeah, do you have any other thoughts of what it could potentially be, Dan? Like, I mean, outside of looking at the leaks and everything, anything else floating around?
I mean, if it is VR, the main thing I would want is for it to be more powerful, obviously, especially if it's a high price point, like the rumors were saying.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to play something like a Half-Life Alyx in the best fidelity. Like, this would be the third time I tried to play Half-Life Alyx. I tried it when it first came out.
This was
and
me.
I have it connected to the computer and all that. And like I didn't. Yeah, the lighthouses and all that stuff. That's a pain in the ass. So
I've had so many issues with Half-Life Alyx.
And then when they did the Steam VR link, where you could actually play Steam stuff on the MetaQuest 3, I played 3 or 4 hours of it on that, and I was like, wow, this is without a doubt the best VR game I've ever
Like,
played.
I restarted it
But still,
like once or
it was
twice.
enough to where I didn't really want to mess with it. So I want this to be a thing where it'll play locally, or I don't know if it's going to have like multiple parts to this thing, where it will be more powerful than just like a MetaQuest and play things locally. I want to be able to play Half-Life Alyx, is what I'm saying. You know?
Okay, so question for you, Dan. If it is going to be a VR thing, do you think it's going to, in a standalone VR helmet, do you think it's going to be a big honking thing that you slap on, or like?
I don't know. I think I would prefer to have maybe a smaller form factor. I want comfort. I don't want to, like, that's the thing that's kept me from VR for a long time. It's just like, even with the MetaQuest, it's just like, it's just this thing, and I get sweaty, and it's the whole deal. You feel disconnected from the outside world, even with the pass-through. So improvements all around on that is kind of what I'm looking for.
I'm not super in tune with where VR tech is at right now, so I'm interested to see what Valve might be doing with it.
I would like to see VR just become the thing everyone thought it was going to be 10 years ago. It never took off to that level. I think if anybody could do it, I mean, if it has, connect your Steam library to it, the amount of games there, there are good ways to play it in like 2D and stuff like that. That'd be awesome, you know. So I don't know. I'm going in with my normal amount of healthy VR skepticism, assuming this is a VR-related thing. But it's Valve. They've shown with the Steam Deck, obviously, they can do hardware very right. So hey, fingers crossed, there's going to be something very cool.
Okay, we'll see.
Put your hands up.
Bonanza.
This is the new Steam controller, and the first question might be why the new Steam controller and why now? So when we made the first Steam controller, it was primarily focused for PC mouse and keyboard games.
Yeah.
And it got a great following in our community. A lot of people really like it for the ability to do mouse and keyboard games. But as we got feedback from that games that were made for traditional controller inputs, it was somewhat lacking in some areas. So when we came to the Steam Deck, we took what we learned from the original Steam controller and we added sticks on both sides. We added a traditional D-pad, and we took the best bits of that and the best bits of other controllers and created the Steam Deck controller system. And so we got a lot of feedback from the Steam Deck team, or the Steam Deck customers, that they really liked this input set. It gave them the ability to play all their games on Steam, and for us, it's really about playing all your games on Steam.
His name is Jeff.
Wherever Steam runs on all hardware that runs Steam.
That was my experience, because like I know that this was here for mouse and keyboard, but I do probably more platformers and action games and stuff, controller style, and so this was the sweet kind of middle ground there, where it's like, okay, if I do need to use a mouse here, and the haptics and stuff on the trackpad were fantastic. So seeing all of this put into that is very appealing.
Right.
Can I hold this here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, wow. Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I can take it off.
Yeah, so you may notice this is one of the new features that we've added to this controller. We call this the Steam Controller Puck. It's a wireless receiver, but it's also a way to charge the device.
Okay.
I even like
It's
that.
a dongle and a charger in one.
Right.
I like
because
the way it
I
feels.
just
It
don't.
kinda
I'm
makes me
so
think of the
lazy.
Dreamcast controller, which I
I
always
don't
felt like
want
had
to
those
plug
grooves
in
on the back.
a
There's little
USB-C.
collars and other ones. Like I really
It's
like
just
the way
like
this
plonk.
feels.
There we go,
here.
done.
You can get like a full grip on it here. Feels great.
Yeah, for the Steam controller, we took the best bits from the Steam Deck, but we also fixed the we improved the ergonomics for a controller environment. You can see the trackpads are clocked and canted.
Also, the way the fingers rest kind of right on these grip buttons here are really natural. Like these are pretty common now, but I always feel like they're kind of awkwardly placed. This feels really good here. Should I load up Balatro here?
Yeah, we can jump right into demos if you'd like.
Yeah, let's take a look.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I can walk you through some of the demos. We have 3 different play mechanic demos that I can walk you through. Have you played Balatro before?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What I've got here is the trackpad is controlling the mouse, but I've also set up a button press on this left trackpad.
Okay.
So in this particular game, you see when I click the mouse, the game has this extra animation that shows only when you're using mouse and keyboard.
Right,
If you were
yeah.
just using the traditional controls, you weren't getting some of that extra polish that the game has in it. So give that a shot. So this trackpad is your mouse, and then there's this portion of the trackpad on the left is the click.
So can you make it so like this is left click and this is right click here? Okay,
Yep.
awesome.
And I think that's exactly the way this is set up.
Okay, so this would be good for like moving around your jokers up here and everything if you want to like reorder them. Let's go with the flush. Yeah, that feels really good. Yeah, it's got that same haptics too that I really like from the Steam Deck.
Yeah, very very similar set of hardware.
Nice.
So then let me show you one more demo you got here. So now, this is one of the new features on this controller is called Grip Sense. So we've implemented capacitive sensors in the grips in this area here, and in this area here. And the way that this is set up is the gyro is now controlling the mouse. And I can turn off and on the gyro by releasing my hand on the grip sensor.
Oh, wow.
So here it's
Huh.
enabled, here I open the hand, it's disabled. So if you imagine this is an FPS type game, if I'm moving the camera and I run into the edge, I can release, I can re-ratchet, and then keep going.
So are you just loosening your grip basically?
Yeah, so I'm just getting my fingers off. So there's a capacitive sensor here.
Oh, wow.
And my fingers are just either on it or off of it. So here, give that a shot.
Is this the same? Did you switch the layout, or is it still the same, like kind of left click?
I'd say as
So
controller,
yeah,
there's
now it's
a
more
lot
back
of
to
tech
baby
by
for
itself.
the-
It wouldn't
Okay,
surprise
so
me if this controller
that's
is a lot of
awesome.
money.
That feels great. And so if I wanted to, I could make it so like, okay, so R2 here is basically my left click.
Right,
and-
you could
okay.
configure it however you want within Steam Input.
Oh, that's really sharp. Okay. And can you explain?
Like, obviously,
so
you're gonna
you
get
hear a
one
lot
with
about,
the Steam
like, Hall
machine.
effect,
Like, if you were
thumbsticks,
to
and
buy
magnetic,
one
I mean,
separately,
are those
I
kind of
reckon
one and the same or similar?
like 80 quid,
so
something
Hall
like
Effect is just a sensing technology, and we use a new sensing technology called TMR, which is just an evolution of Hall sensing. It has, in this case, lower power use with the same fidelity. So, and it's the sensors themselves. So they're called magnetic thumbsticks because they have magnets that are moving, and then a sensor that detects those magnetic fields. So for the X and the Y axis, we're using a magnetic sensing technology.
Do you know what? I
to
feel
do the
like
thumbstick
I
function.
might have
And
overdone
long
it
term, that'll help prevent things like drift and everything, right?
on the videos. So let's just go back and come out of this a minute. Steam Dick. Items. PSP. Let's have a look at the PSP. What have I been playing on here? Lots and lots of games. Oh, some of these I ain't even tested. Tekken Dark Resurrection. I don't remember which one that is. Oh, that one's actually got music. Tennis. Wipe. Top. I've put a lot of games. I hand-picked these. Grand Theft Auto 5 City Stories is like really good. This game's really expensive if you were to buy this now for the PSP. All the Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy Tactics. This game's been re-released now. Gizmo. Don't remember what that one is. Acid. Oh, that's been quite popular. Da-da-da-da. I actually play a racer. Sona, Silent Hill. All these are quite a bit of money. Simpsons games. Okay. SSX. Let's try this one.
EA Sports.
It's loud. Still quite loud. Turn that right down a minute. That'll do. What? No! What's that? What's that say? 1080 is the Pog snowboarding game. Oh, is it? I used to love SSX, man. Trying to work out how to do all the tricks and stuff on the PSP. Wow! Whoops. Ah! It's the SSX of the N64. Oh, was it? Don't know if I'm going to catch this dude. Ah! It's bloody miles away. What? He's right there. How have I not come off? Beat me! Scratching. Oh, that's the PSP. My favourite is still the Dreamcast one. Oh, do I actually have that installed on here? Need to continue playing that at some point. Oh, so many games. And they're never gonna... I could never sell my Steam games. So they're always going to be there. Battle.net launcher. Winning. Where is the Dreamcast one? There it is. This emulator just blows my mind. It's like it was made for it. Might actually play some Crazy Taxi. I'm on a bit of a car thing at the moment, aren't I? Sega. Oh no. Sounds all messed up. What's happened? Oh. I've broken it. I don't know what happened now. Alright, it's not played that. That's annoyed me. Don't want to play it anymore. Do I actually have that on here? I do. I'm scared to look and see what I've actually done. This game, you guys will not like this game, The Expanse. But I really like it. It's a story game. There is some sort of gameplay in it, and I do like the gameplay in it, but it's more of a story than anything else. I'm going back onto my 8-bit do pad here. Seamlessly, I might add. Just switch between the two, look. Easy. I do actually see what this looks like on here. I did actually buy an expansion for this game. Yes, I liked it that much. I bought the expansion, the next part of the story. What takes some getting used to? If you're a handheld gamer and you've got a Switch and you're like, oh, I want a Steam Deck, what you have to get used to is the loading. It's still got that kind of like PC loading thing. Like the first time you load up a game, seems to take a minute. In this case, I can hear that the game is actually working, but for some reason, we have got this stupid loading thing going on here. Which is kind of annoying, isn't it? I'm just gonna X. Do I exit? Interesting. I've broken it completely now. How does one fix this then? I've never experienced this. Now the screen's all wonky. There we go. It's on. I unplug it and now it bloody works. Oh, it's crashed. I think I crashed it. No. Yeah, it still does that PC thing. Right. I'm waiting for the sound. There we go. Let's try again. I wonder why I done that. Okay. Well, fine that time. What the hell was that about? Weird. Okay, this is the expansion. Do I just save over that? No, I'll save there. I think.
And in politics, the Secretary General and other high-ranking UN administrators are on Luna for a security summit. We await the official briefing later tonight. Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala has been sequestered to an undisclosed Earth location for emergency government operations.
Archangel is arriving. Stand by for resume post. Ma'am, if you need anything at all, you can use me.
So this is the Secretary General's hideaway. Not bad for a coffin. Nishan, where the fuck are you?
Good morning, Madam Deputy Undersecretary. How was your trip in?
You mean my descent? I'm being guarded.
It's definitely a bit more pixelated on this Steam Deck. You don't really notice it when you're in handheld. The screen's so much smaller.
With everyone in Luna for the time, I am suddenly the highest ranked official on the planet.
Congratulations.
I'll tell you what I don't understand is
Bullshit. I was the only
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth works on the Steam Deck, but Final Fantasy 16 won't, and it was made before Rebirth. It's so annoying.
flying fuck.
Apologies for the dramatic reveal. I know how you dislike me pinging your terminal all day. This seemed to be a workable solution. I also took the liberty of having security bring down some of your personal items.
Dude, please play Escape from Tarkov. It is playable on Steam Deck. It's such a good game. Yeah, but it's like really expensive. I haven't got the money for it. I'll have a look in a second if you want.
Okay, messages.
Escape from Tarkov. Trouble is, I don't even like Escape from Tarkov. I was saying earlier, like I would play Ark Raiders, but I don't really quite get extraction shooters.
Go back to your deck.
Like what the point is. £17 and download the third person mod too. It's bloody all third person. The fuck. I don't know what I'm doing. And terminal. I tell you what, it's not the time to be playing this, is it? Exit game. Let's have a look at this bloody game that Z's going on about in a minute. I'm on a different controller now. This makes things a little bit more difficult because I've got to push buttons. Oh. It's like skipped a button then. Escape. From. There's no sound. It looks like a lot of fun. It sounds weird to say this, but I literally don't have any money. Things are kind of different. I can't just buy stuff anymore. All the money I've saved is going towards the Steam machine and Steam frames, and I just don't have any money. Is there a way of looking at the mods? Mods your weapon. What's like a way of looking at the modded version of the game? I suppose I'm gonna have to look on YouTube, and I know it sucks. Go back to. I'll have to use the other controller. Escape.
So, and it's the sensors themselves. So they're called magnetic thumbsticks because.
Don't mean to do that. Oh, come on, man. It was just there. Oh. Darkov. Modded. Try that. The top mods. Let's have a look at this one.
All right, my little mallards, we're diving beak first into my top mods for Escape from Duckov. These mods offer much quality of life improvements that make the game feel less like a fucking tax audit. These mods won't break the game or ruin the intended experience so much that it'll make you much less of a miserable quack. Oh, and they work with Steam achievements too. Show Disassembly info. Although your life may be filled with regret, there's no reason your duck should. This mod saves your sanity by showing exactly what parts and materials you'll get before you disassemble anything. Display cash with money. Ever wonder how broke you really are? Well, this mod is more than happy to tell you. This mod shows your total cash right next to your rubles so you can see your financial failure in HD. Show inventory count.
Why is he not using the third person
to an
mod?
efficient scavenger. Stop guessing how many screws or bandages.
First person mod, sorry. There's a first person mod, isn't there? First. Three weeks ago. Which one's got the most views? This one. No, that's not. This one. Have a look at this one.
Yo, what's up, guys? In Escape to Duckov, I will be showcasing this first-person mod. I'll have it in the link in the description.
Sorry about the low quality.
I'll be doing a run with it in Farmtown, and I'll also give you some tips about it. Now, for the settings, it is in, I think it's Cantonese, if I'm not wrong. It's in the game settings, and they should have a new option called General Settings. You won't have this unless you have the mod. But the first option is sensitivity. I'm pretty sure the second option is aim sensitivity. Or actually, this could be X horizontal sensitivity and vertical sensitivity. But I know these two are related to sensitivity. The default is 0.1.
I shouldn't be mean.
Too much,
He's trying. He's trying.
Now this one here, actually, let me show you. The keybind is F5, and it looks like this. It's really cool, and you can see the world in 3D.
Wow.
But I can go right here, and you can see in the background. The third one relates to vertical camera. Default is 0.15. Now the next one relates to the Z-axis camera, and the last one relates to X-axis camera. Default for Z-axis is 0.12 and X-axis is 0.
Okay.
I'm telling this mod, it's a little janky though. The camera, like you see, it's a little janky. And
Third person? Isn't that standard?
you have no recoil.
Doesn't it just play in third person?
But in my opinion, it's super fun.
Oh, behind your character. Third person. Right, okay. I get you. Let's try this. Game-changing third-person mod for Escape from Tarkov.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a video real quick showing what the third person over the shoulder looks like compared to the normal.
Sorry, is there another one? That guy's microphone is terrible. Mod. This one seems a bit high quality. Let's have a look.
You were sent to grab something in the pantry 20 minutes ago. But
How's it supposed to be all blurry? Huh. Looks like a completely different game. Who got you into this one then, Z? I never even heard of it. Is there real people in this game, or is it just computers? Yeah, it's Derv. I saw it on Aspen Fears and I found a mod. Because I love modding. I have not seen that, Aspen. That surprises me that I haven't seen that video. Does seem pretty decent. It's an extraction shooter, obviously. This is my problem, though. I don't understand why. Like, why do you extract stuff and take it back? Why can't you just, you know, you got the gear that you want. Why don't you just use that? Why are you taking this gear back to your base? No, it's all NPCs but hard. Oh. But do you actually achieve anything? Do you like level up, or is there an end game? I mean, there's got to be a reason. Otherwise, I don't see it as like a good gameplay loop. And I don't mean just for this game. I'm talking all extraction shooters. I just don't understand. Like, is there an end game to it? What is the purpose? You only play for a couple of days, alright. I mean, I'm saying the same for like Arc Raiders. This game is almost priced as much as Arc Raiders, by the way. I think I'll wait until it comes down in price. It looks like fun. I don't know if it's £17 fun or whatever it is. Bloody adverts. Yeah, it looks fun. Can't be asked to play with toxic people. I mean, you have to talk to people. I find if you're forced to talk to people, people behave a bit differently. The same in like VR, I was saying earlier. There's something about having a physical representation of a person. It makes people behave nicer to them. Like I was watching my son play Gorilla Tag, and because there's real people talking in real life, and they got real physical representations of them, he behaves himself a lot better. But like when he's behind a keyboard, this is it's just not just my son. This is everyone. But they've got that sort of like security that you know they won't get anything back for their actions won't cause anything. My son's got one of these. Both of my sons have got these mini PCs here. I did think I could chuck Linux on there, but my kids would kill me. I think it'd be way better, way faster for them to run Linux. Let's have a look at it.
I made the most unbelievable Steam machine ever. Seriously, you're not gonna believe this. Heck, you won't believe this.
Like if I
even a Steam machine.
chucked Linux on my son's mini PC upstairs, it would run so fast.
This one is way better. I kind of like this one though.
But he would kill me because he's so used to the way things run on Windows.
Don't answer that.
We both use this video editing program called DaVinci Resolve.
Thanks for clicking on the video today. So, like, you saw the title of the video.
And putting DaVinci Resolve on Linux is kind of a faff. I hate to say it, but they have not done a good job of that one. You've got to go into the terminal and put some codes in because it just won't load up. It's weird. They'll fix it eventually, I'm sure.
Real Steam machine. Like, what the heck, Valve? What the heck? Why is it taking so long? For those who don't know, Valve actually did make Steam machines back in 2015. They partnered with a few companies, a couple actually shipped, and then Flop City. Nobody wanted them. Fast forward to now, the Steam
Nobody wanted them, I got one.
Massive, unbelievably successful success. Not just because it's a handheld PC, but also because of what's inside it. SteamOS. It's so good. And now everyone wants Steam machines. I'm not alone here. Look around. There's leaks, rumors, endless chatter on the topic, but do we actually have them? Well, no, we don't. We don't. See, SteamOS is kinda magical. It makes your PC feel like a console, and it totally works. It's probably Valve's most successful experiment, apart from Ricochet. PCs are obviously the best way to play games.
There's another rumor. I haven't said this on. I don't know if anyone's watching still.
You got to install stuff like Steam and update.
There's a rumor going around on the interweb. Pause this a second. that Valve are going to be releasing Half-Life 3 with the new Steam machine as well. I would say that is that will be a big seller. We have been blue-balled on that one for a long time. I would be well into that. I love myself some Half-Life. I loved Half-Life 2. I played both of them, Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2. I've played all the expansions. Well, the fan-made stuff. And I played the Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2. And then they just stopped that one there. What's cool at the end of Half-Life Alyx it's kind of like a continuation of that story, actually, because you had the dog thing, or the robot from Half-Life Episode 2 in there as well. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. But anyway, it's safe to say the Half-Life games are freaking awesome. There's a fan-made modded version of Half-Life with ray tracing. By the way, it's free to download if anyone wants to do that on Steam right now. I might check it out.
Itself, just to play a dang game, I think even seasoned PC nerds like me would probably rather skip all that junk if they could. That's where SteamOS shines. It tucks all that boring stuff
Exactly.
away, and it gives you a clean console-like interface.
Get rid of the boring shit.
And ever since the deck dropped, the world has been ready for a real Steam console. And I, for one, am freaking sick of waiting for Valve to get off their butts and make one. So I made my own. Now, I know that the idea of making a Steam machine sounds scary. Like wires everywhere, screwdrivers, and that one guy on Reddit who insists you bought the wrong power supply. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be hard, because there is a magical little category of devices that you can just buy right off the shelf. But by which I mean Amazon. Plug it in and be good to go. You'll be doing computer stuff in like 5 minutes. I'm talking about mini PCs. I've reviewed a ton of these on my channel, and I even made a full tutorial on how to turn one into a Steam machine. I'll link to that video.
I think we're going to have to buy my youngest
This isn't a step-by-step guide, so go watch
a new mini PC at some point, because his one is knackered. But when I do that, I might take it and chuck Linux on it or SteamOS on it.
Is the new Geekom A9 Max, and it's packing some serious heat. It's powered by the Ryzen AI 9 HX370 chip with integrated Radeon 8.
Holy shit, that thing's powerful. How much did you spend on that?
DDR5 RAM, 2 terabytes of blazing NVMe storage, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, dual 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. So bells and whistles out the wazoo. It's a bit overkill, really.
Yeah. How much did you spend on that?
In a modern game console. Except this one runs SteamOS, and it's as close to a Steam machine as we're gonna get until Valve re-enters the mini PC market. And who knows what that'll be. There's a few different options for installing SteamOS on a mini PC. The official version is the plain bare bones flavor, and that's probably fine for most people. Chimera OS has been around longer, and it does smooth out some Linux rough edges if you just want something that's plug and play. And then there's Bazite.
Bazite is the one everyone uses.
On Fedora. It's more up to date with drivers and hardware support, and it comes with Steams, Protons, codecs, Flatpaks, and handy tools right out of the box. Basically, it's SteamOS, but with more advanced stuff under the hood, and it works great whether you're gaming or just using it like a full PC. They're all kind of equally easy to install. Bazite is what I use on my PC handhelds, and I like its desktop environment the best, so that's what we're using today. For storage, I'm starting fresh with a new 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. I cracked open the Geekom A9 Max, I pulled out the stock drive, and I swapped it in. It was so easy. It took like 5 minutes. You can install Bazite over Windows on the stock drive or set up like a dual boot thing. The Bazite documentation explains how to do that, but I prefer the swapping the drive method. That way I can move this drive between PCs if I want to. And if I ever want Windows back, I can just drop in the original SSD and I'm good to go. And like I said, I made a full tutorial guide of how to install Bazite on a mini PC, so check out this video link below if you want a walkthrough. I'll give you the short version now. Installing Bazite is actually super straightforward and simple. You just head over to the Bazite website and download the ISO image, and then you flash it onto a USB drive using a tool like Balena Etcher or Rufus. Then you plug that USB into your mini PC and you boot from it and follow the on-screen installer. The installer will go through partitioning, user setup, and then a few quick options. Once it's done, just reboot, and then you're going to be in the Bazite environment with your SteamOS front end ready to go. Nice. Bazite isn't technically SteamOS. but it also technically isn't not SteamOS. It uses a lot of SteamOS. If you've touched a Steam Deck before, you're going to feel right at home here. Except this one isn't shaped like a weird plastic submarine. You can use this with a mouse and keyboard or a controller. You get big chunky console vibes, giant menus that you can easily browse with a controller, your library right in your face, and you get like the side panels with all those fun and useful gizmos. Performance overlays, frame cap
completely
stuff,
copied
video
it.
settings, and HDR. There's no TDP controls here because we're on a mini PC and that wouldn't make sense, but overall, the same device settings on here as you get on the deck. Oh, and if you have an SD card with games on it from your Steam Deck, you can literally plug that into this PC and run games right off your card that you've already downloaded. This mini PC even has an SD card reader, so you can just pop it in right there and expand your storage. And of course, in Bazite, you can go over to the desktop environment, and this is a full Linux desktop. You can browse the web, poke around in your files, install apps through Flatpak, watch cat videos, or even pretend to work. Install productivity apps and video editors. This is Linux stuff, and the Linux environment on Bazite is KDE. It's the same as on the Steam Deck, and that means it looks and feels like a desktop PC. Even if you've never used Linux, you can probably find your way around here and learn as you go. And then, when you're done, you can hop right back into the gaming interface. That's the magic of SteamOS and Bazite. It's got this slick console front end for gaming and a whole dang PC hidden underneath.
Looks really good. I might do that at some point. I said when I changed my son's PC.
Hey, there's a Lenovo AMD Ryzen.
But we're not here for desktop stuff. We're here for games. So let's stop pretending that we're here for anything other than that and frickin' play some games. Shall we? Starting off, as always, with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I test this game in basically every benchmark video, so it's a good way to see how different PCs stack up to each other.
God, it runs so well just off of the Ryzen 9.
The performance here to pretty much anything. At 1080p high preset, I averaged 44 FPS. You get more FPS by dropping some settings or using resolution scale.
44.
Here, it's absolutely playable and it looks flippin' gorgeous. The lighting.
I don't know if I'd be happy with 44
I'm
FPS.
looking forward to a new Tomb Raider game. You can turn on ray tracing if you want to, but I think that the baked-in shadows actually look better in this game. And check out that frame time graph. Flat as a flapjack. That means consistent frame pacing, no stuttery spikes. Now, obviously, don't go expecting top-end desktop GPU numbers here. Even an entry-level gaming laptop with a 3050 would probably beat this. But that's not the point. This thing is tiny. Basically pocket-sized. The trade-off is simple. You're not maxing out new games at 4K ultra settings, but you are running a beautiful, smooth Tomb Raider on a tiny little box on your desk, and that's pretty cool. Next up is Assassin's Creed Shadows. This one's funny because on Bazite, the game thinks that it's running on a Steam Deck. It defaults to the Steam Deck preset, and it even locks out the graphics menu.
Oh god, I don't know why my
impressive that it runs on the Steam Deck
YouTube is doing that. It's so annoying.
AAA beast, and somehow it's Steam Deck verified. That is straight up sorcery. I know you can unlock settings with a launch command, but I didn't bother. It already looks fantastic on the deck profile, and it runs so silky buttery smooth. I was running this at 1080p with FSR dynamic scaling, and it looked like balanced FSR most of the time. I was able to turn ray tracing
Why
on,
are you doing
and
that?
It barely affected the frame rate, and it looks so good. This Radeon.
You thought it was just a Ubisoft? I mean, it doesn't look like one, did it?
And it's obviously enough to handle what this game wants from it. Frame gen was
Really
also
annoying. Is this the
on.
new
I
one?
know that divides
Is this the
people,
new
but I'm
Assassin's
pretty
Creed, did he
neutral,
say?
to be honest. If I don't notice a downside, and if it
Isn't
feels
it?
fine and it makes things smoother, I'll take that trade. And I'm definitely fine with taking that trade here because it feels great. Super smooth, no weirdness, just buttery ninja action. Average was 56 FPS,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
wild for a game
That's
like
crazy.
this on a tiny mini PC. And here's a game that I haven't given nearly enough love to. Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Like
Everyone
Assassin's
keeps
Creed
going
Shadows,
about this
game
game.
also thinks that it's running on a Steam Deck, so it strips down the graphical
It's
menu
a
and caps the frame rate at
turn-based
60. Honestly,
RPG,
it runs
innit?
great. I'm on quality FSR, and in this underwater section, I'm getting a solid 60
Yeah.
FPS. Once the fighting starts, the FPS does dip a bit. It goes down to around 55 FPS, sometimes lower than that, but it still feels smooth and totally playable. Visually, it's stunning. This is a
Asmongold
beautiful
really
game.
likes this
However,
game.
This game has some quirks, like the edge detection looks a little funky to my eyes. Even on my big PC, it's like they're using some lightweight anti-aliasing trick or something. But whatever, the game still looks gorgeous and it plays great and it runs like a dream on this little Steam machine. Cyberjunk 2077 has been the gold standard ever since it launched. The PC
55.
that demanded the beefiest rigs just to limp along. Back then, you needed a monster
This bloody
machine,
plays
but
on
now,
everything
5
now.
years later, here we are running it on a mini PC with a shockingly
It's not that
decent
impressive
performance,
anymore. It just works.
1080p, medium settings, balanced FSR,
Oh,
low
it
frame
looks
rate,
beautiful.
averaging 57 FPS.
I will complete this game one day. I will actually play it.
Looks good. Sure, newer titles have taken the crown for most demanding, but Cyberjunk still impresses when it hums along on modest hardware. It's also still an amazing game, with Phantom Liberty being one of the top sellers in the last Steam sale. People are clearly still playing, and honestly, there's never been a better time to dive in, considering it runs so well on modest hardware. One note, this game actually runs a bit better in Windows than Linux. This is the SteamOS result, but if you're on a mini PC, you'll probably see smoother numbers in Windows if you run Windows. Kinda makes me want to do a full SteamOS versus Windows showdown video. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want to see. And speaking of games that set a new standard, here's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The first game was mind-blowingly good, not just for its realistic first-person medieval gameplay, but also for how amazing
I mean, they're all
and
playable.
also how demanding it was. And the sequel is sort of the same story. Honestly, this might be one of the best.
I'm not blown away by the frames, but I mean, we're all a bit too fussy about frames nowadays, and we were happy with 30 frames back in the day.
FPS, which might sound low considering it's a first-person.
I definitely
game, but
notice it though.
Kind of a slower first-person RPG, so it feels great. I actually prefer playing with a controller, so 40 to 50 FPS is fine for me. And yeah, it looks so good. The forests feel alive, and there's so much detail in the grass, and you can like feel the breeze in your face and the sunlight streaming through the trees. This game is still early in its optimization journey, so patches should only make it smoother over time. Just like
Anyway,
the original.
well
Even
done.
It's impressive that this tiny Steam machine can run such a demanding brand new RPG on
Are you
high
gonna
settings and still
stop
look
that?
this stunning.
Oh, bloody adverts. I freaking hate adverts on YouTube. There's more and more adverts every bloody day. Drives me insane. Insane, I tell you. Right. So, we've successfully had a look around on the Steam Deck and did the VR this morning. Had a big old chat about Steam and where I stand on the new hardware that's coming out. I'm excited about it. Have been ever since they announced it all. I was excited to get myself on the Steam Deck as well, and the original Steam machine. So obviously I'm jumping in. I just got to save up for it because I am scared that this thing is going to be like $1,000, and that about $1,500 if I want the Steam frame as well. But I'm still excited about it. I might have to get it a bit later than everyone else, I guess. Hey Hunt, how's it going? Just been looking around on my Steam Deck. On my dick. Let me do you know what? I just want to check out my PlayStation emulator, my Dreamcast emulator here again. You're playing Battlefield, nice. Is it just Crazy Taxi? I got a feeling there's something wrong with Crazy Taxi on this emulator. Let's try it again. See what happens. This thing crashed out bad a minute ago. Could be a bad download.
Hey, come on over, have some fun with Crazy Taxi.
It's the download. That sucks. My stats on Breakfast don't add up. They don't? Why is that? Let's try this one a minute. I haven't been on the Dreamcast emulator on here for ages. It works fine when I've had it in handheld. There's a very good chat. Oh. Deep Tiny Cuts. They're all doing it. That's interesting. Alright. $3,000 headshots. Man, that's crazy. I'm going to try this in the handheld, I think, in a second. Right, I'm going to do this, guys. I need to... It's time to have a break. I shall be back on tomorrow. And I suspect I'll be back on during the day. I'll think of something to do. But if not, we're playing tomorrow night, 8:30 onwards, with Graham, Paul, and Sneaky. So you guys are welcome to pop in and stay alone and all that stuff. If I don't see you, have a fantastic rest of the week and weekend. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.